Okay. Got that. Let's fix this. Give me just 1 second. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, let's try this. Uh, okay. Make that smaller. Put that there. Okay. We're gonna close out of that. Now, hopefully, we can start seeing shit. Give me just 1 moment. Fun. Okay. Let's refresh this. Does this work? No. Yes. No. Man, what a frustrating night this is. Yeah, it says that I'm live. Okay, cool. So we're there. We have this. We have our screen. We have our shit set up. Okay. Great. So it just went live. Didn't even say, hey, here's your settings. We just made your settings. You're just going to fucking just full send it. We're just going live. Why is Stream Elements so goddamn shitty and doesn't let. Why the fuck? I'm gonna uninstall this se.live thing. This thing is fucking awful. This is one of the worst things I've ever fucking used. Hey guys, how's it going? Glad to see you guys are all here. I apologize for being late. That was not intentional. The primary reason why I was late, some of you may have seen the post about it. As soon as I made the stream schedule live, I posted about it. I told everybody what was going to happen. Okay. Let me take that back. I made the post. I made a meme for Tectone because I thought it was fucking funny, and I use a throwaway Gemini trial account to make that because you only get your 5 generations and that's it. So that I thought that was funny, so I did that. And then as soon as I posted it, maybe a minute after I did that, my stream or I'm sorry, my internet died. Right. So what happened? Well, oh, what do you mean, Busby? What happened? Did something happen to the kick? Hold on. Oh. Anyways, sorry. Got sidetracked there. Oh, just waved. Oh. And on the chat, it said Keck bye, and I was like, it didn't show me the fucking emote, so I was like, oh, okay, thanks for just showing and leaving. Anyways, so I posted the meme to Tectone for his stuff, and then my fiber box died. And it wasn't just the fiber box that died, it was the, I guess, whatever cable or downstream that exists. I called Cox, they live up to their name, and unfortunately, they don't see the box at all. So it has power, it has LAN. I did check with them on billing, and I am current somehow. Actually, it's not somehow. I do know why. I'll get into that in just a moment. It's actually one thing that is beneficial about being in an HOA. Well, fuck HOAs. So, yeah, my 2 gig fiber internet is dead right now. And then what I did is I went and spoke to, or I called Cox. They weren't able to help me. They said the soonest they could get a technician out is Monday evening at 5, between 5 and 7 p.m. We all know that they usually come towards 7. So there's that. Right now, I am streaming off of an iPhone that I only had at work, and I use the iPhone at work only as a hotspot. So we have a chance to keep the stream a little bit. I don't know how fucky it's going to be, and I do apologize for the quality. It is what it is. The other thing that also came with that is I have. So before I had the fiber installed, I had the fiber installed last year sometime. Before I had the fiber installed, I still actually have my original cable connection, the coax cable, right? And I said, hey, bill me, put something on a bill, and bill me another $100 to have another thing. Who cares? I'm $8,000 in debt in my bank. What's another fucking $100 that I owe somebody at this fucking point? I'm so fucked. Anyways, it doesn't really matter because they can't actually do anything. The sales team is all gone, and the technicians that install things are only available on Monday through Friday. Even though everything is already there, I can see the connection exists. It just needs to be activated, and apparently you need a technician to come out to activate that shit. So, yeah, it's it's a good time. It's just I had to post about that because I don't think people would believe if I said, "Hey guys, just kidding. I can't stream because my fiber died." You know, just another thing in in my life. You know, it has perfect timing. Whatever, it fucking happens. It's not. It is what it is. It's just the thing that really kicks me in the balls about it is that I'm trying to stay positive and stay out there, and then it's just like, hey, here's another fucking uppercut to the nuts, and it's like, god damn, dude, just why can't I just have my fucking internet to just enjoy it? I don't know. It is what it is. Cox is horrible. Recently disconnected, and they wanted to leave the router plugged in for the neighbor. They wouldn't take the modem back until it said it would throw it away. Yeah, no, they are pretty bad. However, they're not the worst. Who the fuck did I have in Florida? I spoke a little bit about Florida earlier today, and it's just I forget what it was, but I disconnected service, and then they decided to keep the service active with the address that I was at. And so somebody was able to rack up a crazy ass bill without paying and getting things like pushed off more and more to the point where it was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I think it was like six to $800, somewhere around there. And I got stuck with a bill. I'm fairly certain that was Verizon that did that. Fairly certain because I wanted to have fiber back then, and they were the only ones that did fiber. Everybody else capped out at like 100 megabits a second. This is in 2010, 2011. So like that was crazy internet speeds back then. I mean, even getting 20 megabits a second and downloading a game off of Steam at like you see, 2 megabytes a second. Holy fuck, I got fast internet. Yeah, that's what that time was. Let's see. Life do be testing us left, right, and center. Yep, nope. It's just everything that I'm doing. I'm life is just seeing how much I can handle before maybe I get a W somewhere. Who knows? Hey Procon, thanks for the sub. I really appreciate that, dude. You're a real one. Justin, what's if I ever drank bong water? No, no. But tonight, I might crack open a high noon. I know it's nowhere nearly as foul or gross, but no, I actually only really smoke cigars. I smoke cigars. I've had edibles a couple times, and that's kind of it. I just thought it was well. Since we're doing this today, let's see. Is the stream quality pretty decent? Is it all working? Is it looking pretty good? Because if it is, I might do a little jump scare here and go full screens because we're just talking right now. Uh, let's see. A couple times tonight. What do you mean? Weed and ciggies be my main choice of vices. Yeah. Cigars are mine. I picked up cigars primarily because I can't handle weed anymore. Yeah, I can see that. My girlfriend, she does some serious. She needs the serious edibles for medical purposes. It looks good. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. You guys are gonna see my glorious face, and actually, before I do that, let me get a high noon. Be right back. All right, got a mango one. I got a mango one in honor of Tectone's dog, I guess. It was the first one that I picked. I didn't really have a choice. But you know what? If I really start getting crazy tonight, then I do have this Sec Sato. It's pretty good stuff, actually. I usually don't drink. Well, I don't drink very often. When I do, it'll usually be something simple like a high noon or something like that. But if I want something more than that, I'll usually drink like a Macallan 12 or whatever. And I have a few bottles. There's also Diplomatico for rum, the vintage 2001. Fucking prime, but it's expensive. And because I have such expensive tastes in alcohol, I don't drink much. So it just sits around for a while, and it's just usually there for a good occasion. So we're going to kind of put that right over there, just in case we decide that we want to do that. I need to find I have Kalashnikov concern, like actual Russian Kalashnikov concern shot glasses somewhere. I need to find those, because that would be the thing to do. Uh, let's see. Never forget the taste. Cool. All right, so we're gonna do this, and let's do that. Cool. All right, and then just so that I can see this a little better, we're gonna move this over here. Okay. All right. Perfect. So yeah, Busby. Oh, you looked me up. Yeah. I don't know what you found, but there's a lot of stuff that I have removed over the years. Like I don't have a. I am gonna finish my coffee before I start drinking this high noon, though. There's a lot of stuff that I've removed over the years. Just I get into a mode where I get super fucking depressed, and I don't want to be around people. I don't want to take my depression around people, and so I'll just remove myself from stuff. And when the gun shop closed down, man, that was a really low point. I removed myself from every gun thing, removed my Facebook, all that shit, because I just couldn't do it. Wasn't about it. Uh oh, iPhone didn't like that. Good to know. Sorry. All right, hold on. How's that? Is that better? Are we less drop frames? Fuck that piece of shit phone. I mean, hey, at least we have it streamed. So there's that. Anyways, go full screen. Yeah, I can't. It's a piece of shit. That fucking phone, the internet here. I'm also out kind of in the boonies, just on the far fringes of town. So there's that. uh, let's see. Oh God, dude, your monster water bottle is a dip spit. Okay, working at a gun shop, I have definitely seen a lot of people make that mistake. I don't, man, like all the gunsmiths and everybody that work there, um, and a lot of customers too. They dipped and they spat and foul things, and some people would just reach for a fucking bottle or a can, not knowing what the fuck was in it, and they found out. That happens a lot. So yeah. So, let's see. Procon, I also see that you have gifted, and I really do appreciate it, dude. Any little bit helps. Let's see. What did I do today? Well, aside from this morning stream, which I enjoyed and had some fun doing, I tried resubmitting for unemployment. They wouldn't accept it, um, primarily because they still showed that I was getting severance, even though, as I have said before, that has been taken back. So I'm waiting on documentation for that to be able to do go work for Brandon Herrera. I've tried selling Brandon so much shit, and has been such a little bitch about buying it. Him, Mike Jones, was AKA Garantham. Okay, I I guarantee without a shadow of a goddamn doubt that Brandon knows exactly where I worked because I tried selling him a bunch of things. The coolest piece that I tried selling him, um, well, so there is the PP90 kit. For those that don't know what the PP90 is, let's see. It's this thing. So it is a foldable submachine gun. They are really fucking cool. The one that we had, it had the flip ups and all of that. It was a D-mail kit, so you had to be able to put it together. And he actually has the licenses to do it. And there are a few kits that exist in the U.S., but this one actually had a fully uncut bolt and bolt carrier, which is very very fucking rare because usually that's mandated to be cut, and it was not. So this is actually it was very easy to re-weld the rest of it together. The other part too is that it didn't have a magazine, which can be a problem. However, we did test a whole bunch of different magazines, and a modified Mac 10 380 mag could be made to work with it. And he also he clearly has technical expertise because he's making the AK-50 and stuff, so he could have made it. So, am I related to Donald Kebbles? No idea who the fuck that is. He didn't. uh, he he knew exactly who my shop was, or the shop I worked for. Anyone that's at his level knows who we were. I fucking promise you that. I can guarantee that. He just didn't want to buy it because it's also a sketchy piece to own in the first place. And that's also why we didn't put it on Gunbroker or anything like that to sell. So, yeah, we did have a actual legit AS Val kit that did not have the suppressor included. Actually, no, we did see a suppressor, but the kit that we had did not have a suppressor. I still have the stock in my closet, actually, but we had a complete AS Val kit, not the Malott blank fire kits that came in, or the VSS conversion, an actual legit AS Val and 9x39, as well as I don't know how much fucking ammo. But the guy that wanted to sell it, he wanted originally like 30 grand for the kit, and I believe I just treated him a set of PVS 31s for it, and he was happy. And I believe it got flipped for 45,000. thereabouts, something like that. It's one of the few that was out there. He didn't know that I was the author of the Menace Crew. Oh, yeah. Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't know probably who I am specifically. But if I told him exactly who I worked for, he would know, and he would know and wouldn't doubt for a second what I actually had to offer. So there's that. Don Kebbles, nope, never heard of him. No idea. I could see Brandon not liking Menace Crew. Yeah, yeah, he doesn't seem like a real like meme lord like Donut can be. So I can totally see that. That totally makes sense. But yeah, there's a lot that I've done and a lot of cool shit that I've made and handled. Transferable GE minigun. Find another one. I think it sold for what 1.3 million. The worst part about it is that I fucked myself getting into that job. I really did because I am really good at sales. If I am really good at sales if I like the product and am passionate about the product. Like if you tell me to sell solar panels, I'm not going to give a fuck. You tell me to sell rare guns, I will sell some rare fucking guns and I will get some cool ass shit and get you the top dollar for it. Right? So things like that I can do. I just have to give a fuck about what I'm selling. And just telling me, "Oh, it's for the money, it's for this, it's for that." No, no, no. I need to actually like what I'm selling and actually care about it. So, yeah, I really fucked myself because I really wanted to work there, and another job that I had at the time was ending, and so I decided, well, you know what, I will do anything to work at this place because it sounds cool, and it seems like a really awesome place to work, and I lowballed what I should have been paid. I didn't even argue really for commissions. They gave me 1% commissions on like the first month that I was there and said just keep whatever you made, or 1% of whatever you made, and that's what you get. So that was fair. But after that, I really should have fought and I didn't. But that's just because I wanted it. I wanted it too bad. I really wanted to work there, wanted to play with the cool stuff. And it was genuinely a great experience. Where's my Give me a second. Let me plug this shit in. Sorry guys, give me 1 second here. Oop. Alright. Feel the same with tech support? Yeah. See, with tech support, I don't mind giving someone tech support. That's less of liking the product, and that's more of if I like you. If I like you, you're getting tech support. If I don't, I'll push it up to the next tier. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just I had a great time doing shit like that, reaching out to people and trying to make your YT career blow up. Hey man, anything that can be done, I appreciate it. Anything is going to be great. What I can say, I know we're all just staring here at my beautiful desktop. Well, I just talk because unfortunately the shitty little fucking iPhone doesn't like my face up on the screen. Maybe I'm too fucking fat for it to see. Anyways, we are going to do music in a little bit, but I did kind of want to talk a little bit about the content that I am going to do. So my first goal that I really have is I want to get this stream stuff set up right, and I want it to flow well. I want to figure out, yeah, hey, is the camera good? All right, cool. Because right now I'm using my personal phone as the camera with Droid Cam. I forget who it was, but one of you fine gentlemen had sent that out yet. Did Shinya reach out to me yet? Did he? No, he has not. I don't know if he knows how. Did he even add me as a friend? Oh, that's why he hasn't done anything. Because I can't accept anything someone that's not a friend. So I have sent him a friend request. There's that. Cool. I have yeah, that is not a leak, by the way. That is me trying to get information for the Tectone, the Tectone thing, which I'm gonna show you guys in a minute because I am so excited to do the Tectone episode. As soon as I can afford to do it again, I am so excited. I really, really want to do it. Anyways, okay, stream right. Squirrel. That's my fucking brain all the goddamn time. So I want to get the stream right. I want to do it perfect. Well, not perfect, but I want to like at least make sure like alerts and all that stuff, the fucking chat, all that, it's all working. I know what's going on. I know it's not um, the doubling up on streams. I don't know what happened earlier, but someone came in saying, "Hey, you have two live streams on YouTube right now." I was like, "How the fuck did that happen?" Well, it turns out that Stream Elements is fucking stupid, and I don't know what happened, but it did. So I just want to figure that out. Then I am going to do some standalone videos on showing how to actually make content using AI, at least the stuff that I can afford to do right now, which right is currently just going to be music with Suno and how to do several different elements of that. And yeah, hanging out, playing games, giving you guys lore on myself, and just shooting the shit. I don't know. We'll figure it out from there. But definitely want to do some more video content. We're gonna create some more. See, there we go. Perfect. At least that's working. I do want to create some more uh, music videos using some of the generations that I already have. So it's going through, hey, is this song worth putting out there? What do we want to do? Workshopping songs with you guys, making stuff that you guys suggest. For example, who was it earlier? I think it was Birdo. He's not on right now, but he wanted to have a song about three gay pirates playing poker over pretzels for a femboy. I thought it was the gayest thing I've ever heard, but we fucking made that track, and he sure as shit has that song now. So for better or worse, I'm here to make some shit post content. So there's that. Procon, I'm sure that he probably tried to reach out on Discord, but then realized that he could not because I only accept DMs from friends. I am no longer in any of the Discord servers. Now, just to talk about that for a minute, I'm not in Donuts, Shinya's, or Tectone's Discord anymore, and it's not because I don't want to be. It's because I hate I hate sympathy farming. I cannot stress enough how much I hate it. And I understand people mean well and people want to send well wishes and stuff like that. But what I don't want to have happen, I don't want to deal with, and I don't want to see, and it's frustrating, is me being in a Discord, me being in a community, anything like that, and just seeing pings nonstop, message requests nonstop of people wishing well and stuff like that. I get I get why people want to do, and I want to do that, and I appreciate that people want to do that. But to me, and from my, like personally, it's irritating. I don't know why it's so irritating to me, but it's irritating. So I dipped out of everything. So that's probably why people can't contact me on Discord, is because I only accept DMs from friends. The big part of that is that was into oh motherfucker. Headset battery died. 1 second. Give me a second. All right. Let's see. Okay, there we go. You wore that shirt because you know how to throw out something gay. Some well, you know what? See, the thing is that this shirt. Let's see. It's a flamingo holding an SR-25, or I'm sorry, a no, it is an SR-25. So yeah, I mean, he's got a helmet and night vision goggles. So yeah, I mean, It is a little gay, but it's also a little cool. Let's see. Yeah, but I don't have a choice. I know I don't have a choice, but I also don't. Okay, let me kind of break down why I feel that way, and it's kind of important to see like where I'm coming from. I only just started getting popular on YouTube, right? So I made the Menace Crew, made some cool shit. People really like it. That's awesome. But very early on, I made a post and I did a GoFundMe to help save Bernie. I burned a lot of my personal money and sold a lot of my shit to try and save that little man. Unfortunately, it didn't end up working out the way that I hoped, and he is no longer with us. But I appreciate that everybody chipped in, and there was a lot of people that came together for that. And I shared a whole bunch that happened. But after that, there was my daughter needed tubes in her ears, so there was a surgery to pay for. There was a lot of lawyer stuff that had to happen with divorce things. A whole lot that happened since then that have drained other funds that I've had come in. There was family land that sold, and so I was entitled to a portion of that, and that was about 20 grand, but that got soaked up immediately by lawyer fees, things like that. So it's just like I didn't ask anybody for any help on any of that because I already burnt that request by asking for help with Bernie. And what I don't want to do is I don't want to be the guy that's constantly asking everybody, "Hey, here's a GoFundMe, help me get out of this shitty situation." And then I get out of that shitty situation and then something else happens and I'm constantly asking people for help and constantly asking for money. And I don't want to be somebody that does that, right? And I understand, I totally get I totally get what you mean by it's pushing people away or pushing people to reach out to others or whatever the case may be. But genuinely, I don't want to constantly just make GoFundMe's or request help someone to help me with money or anything like that just when shit happens. I just I just don't want I just don't want to be that guy that has to do that. I have to figure something out. I mean, right now, it's getting to the point where I don't really have much of a choice. I've reached out to a few people that I know elsewhere that are not connected to any in the sphere that might be able to help. But generally speaking, I just don't like any of that. Don't put a roadblock to people who do want to help. Yeah, that's fair. How do I address that? So let's see. I left all of those communities on Tuesday. Or was it Monday? Let me see. Give me 1 second. The 20th. That was Wednesday. So that was Wednesday morning that I dipped out of all of those communities. The biggest reason why I did that in the first place is on Wednesdays when I actually got the notice that, hey, we're looking for your car. It's gonna get repoed, so we're looking for your car. You better be ready for it to get taken. Thankfully, it's in my garage, so I'm working, trying to see if I can get something going. But it's like, man, the on Monday is when my severance got removed. I had already spent money on legal fees and other stuff in my daughter's school. So out of 10 grand, I spent about maybe five, maybe a tiny bit more than that, maybe like 5,200, something around there. And um, so when it got taken away, they redacted or they took away 10 grand from my account. So that was a great time, and I was trying to figure out what to do. And then when I saw that, oh yeah, by the way, you're losing your car. By the way, you're losing, you're gonna lose power. You're gonna lose water. You're gonna lose gas. It's like, at that point, it's like, man, I can't think of how much worse this can really get. And what I don't want is to see all the sympathy stuff that is going to drag me down into an extraordinarily dark place. And so I wanted to make people aware that something is happening, but I didn't want to get to have that drag my brain and my soul really into something really, really dark and really, really negative by having everybody focus on just that. Like right now, I've processed it for the most part. I've done the whole sitting there freaking out. Did the whole. Gotta admit, there was definitely crying involved on my part, and just the absolute despair of like, dude, even if I get on unemployment, every last penny of that is going to go towards just paying the bank back towards that 5 grand goal. And even if I do get the 5 grand, then it's another like 2,500 or so in order to get the truck set up. So it's just all of it. I didn't want to constantly be reminded by that, and I wanted to continue to push myself forward. And I totally get that it's pushing people away. It's making it harder for people to get in contact me and to do stuff. I totally understand it, but it's just I gotta. It's just the way that I am, you know. Uh, let's see. Let me look it up. Busby, if Donut was glazing you like that, I assume you were making bank. No, dude. On YouTube, lifetime earnings is like $328. I mean, hey, look, $328 that I didn't have before. There's that. At my job before, so a little bit about it, Busby. You actually you've seen the resume, but the where I was working, it was basically a support call center for an aerospace plant, and I was making on paper 60,000 a year, but with taxes take out 22%, and then you get fucked for like another 8% or so with benefits that you have to pay out, mandatory 401k, stuff like that, which I've already burned. So there's no 401k to grab out of that. I made sure to check. And yeah, your take home, instead of saying, "Oh yeah, you're bringing home 5 grand a month," like if someone tells you, "Hey, they're getting 60,000 a year," you're like, "Oh hey, dude, you're getting 5 grand a month. You're living pretty good." I was really taking home about 1750 a paycheck or thereabouts, and with a 3-year-old daughter and a girlfriend and 3 cats to take care of, 1750 every 2 weeks doesn't cover a whole lot. So a lot of getting monetized on YouTube. Again, the goal of YouTube was never, or any of my content really, the goal was never to have that be a standalone source of income. The entire point of doing that was to have something to supplement and just have another like reward vector to continue wanting to make stuff, if that makes sense. Uh, let's see. God damn it. Let's see. Give me a second. It is being stupid. Not wanting to be a burden. Go black. Yeah, no, I gotta figure that out. In my corner, whether I like it or not. Well, I I appreciate it. Hide that shit. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm of the opinion where I just need to be. I don't want to hide who I am. Who I am is the way it is. What is gained from hiding who I am or the truth about anything? I know, Tectone, he does the same fucking thing, but I've always been a blunt asshole my whole fucking life. So why would I hide it? How did I come with my name? I have a fantastic story for you, buddy. I promise you're gonna love that in just a moment. About Donut talking about perception. Oh, yeah, perception. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, no, no. I get that. Make Meniscrew as you want, and I'll succeed. Yeah, I agree. I do think that it's good. The thing that's most frustrating about it is I had enough credits in Veo in order to imagine trying to explain this to an Indian scammer. Oh God. uh, so the thing is, I actually had enough credits in order to make the Tectone episode, finish 2.1, and maybe maybe get through like the first minute or two of episode 3 because I had paid for those credits. The problem is that you need a subscription in order to access it. And because I don't have a subscription anymore, I can't access it. So I need to get my subscription back. And the subscription, I know that the pro plan can do it now, but it used to be it used to be the $150 tier, $125 tier. Now it's $250. So I don't know if I'm going to get fucked and have to do the new higher rate, or if I still get the old original rate. I don't know how that's going to work. But Ultra is the way to go. You also get double credits, so that would be really neat. But if I get access, then I can at least get back into it. So yeah, I really want to do that. I promise we are going to get to music stuff in a little bit. But hey, we're having fun talking right now. Ryukin, I have a story for you, and I hope every single one of you enjoys the story of how I got my name. Uh, so it was 2014, somewhere around there. There was a dude. There's two dudes that approached my dad, who is a business lawyer. Who is he's successful enough. He's not like a big shot, super fucking lawyer, but he makes some okay money. Very much believes in everybody making it on their own, so he doesn't like supporting me or doing anything like that. You know what the P stands for? Yep, I know. You're gonna find the fuck out right now. And so there was two different guys that approached my dad. The first one wanted help with setting up all sorts of legal stuff for a tea company, of all things. It was the Kona Cherry Company. And what this guy did is he was, if you can look it up, but when you actually extract coffee, it is the pit of a coffee cherry. So there's actually a fruit that's around it. I don't know if it tastes any good, but apparently it's full of antioxidants. And at the point of when you extract the coffee pit or the cherry pit, you all the rest of it is that the rest of the fruit is just discarded. It's waste. And so this guy figured out how to freeze dry it and make tea out of it. Now, if you know how like wet tree bark smells, like in a forest or something like that, that's the taste that it had. I know, weird ass concept, but that shit, dude, caffeine content was through the fucking roof. For context, at that point, I was going through like 3 or 4 monsters a day, for a lot of other reasons I can get into. I was sponsored by them at one point, and so I was going through a whole bunch of different monsters. But when I had that fucking tea, I had the first like cup of tea from that shit. I felt like I could punch through walls. It was nuts. It was absolutely ridiculous. And so tried to market it. It failed. The company went under. So there was that. But at the same time, there's another guy who who foolishly thought, hey, I know what's popular. Social media. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to make a Christian social media website. And I'm not going to hire American developers. I'm going to outsource it because I can get it cheaper in India. By the time he talked to my dad, he has spent $500,000 to get this social media website working. And so I was there as QA. The very first thing, and so again, $500,000 in 2013. The first thing I did is I made an account on there with a username of A and a password of A. So, single character for username, single character for password. And I was just like, oh no, this is a mistake. And I wanted to see exactly how much of a mistake this man had made in his investment. So, Oh god. So what I had decided to do is I went on to TeamSpeak and I told all my buddies, "Hey guys, we need to test this thing and we need to push the fucking limits of what's possible." I ended up making an account of Don Penis Bongwater. And it was a picture of a little penis with a top hat and little like Jewish curls and then a little mustache and like googly eyes on it. And then the background of it was man versus jar as a GIF that was tiled. And then there was I was able to change all of the colors on my profile to, or on that profile I should say, to be like awful neon crazy colors. And I made it as a joke just to see if I could do it. What I didn't know is all of my other buddies, they were making things that were far worse than that. But the profile that I had on there got selected when he was trying to show off his website in a presentation, and that was the thing that he ended up showing off. And he was like, "What the fuck is this?" and clicked on it. So that went up on the big screen. So I've been keeping that one in the fucking back pocket for a while. I haven't gone by that name in a long time, but I just thought, man, that's a fuck. It's a funny name in the first place, but it was like, all right, we're making shitty fucking memes. We're shit posting. Fuck it. Let's go with this account. That's what we're doing. The pit is loaded arsenic and cyanide. Oh, I don't know. I was just told that that's the pit of the coffee cherry and that's what got roasted. I don't fucking know. That's what I was told. But yeah, that's where I got the name of Don P. Bongwater, and the P does stand for penis. There you go. Oh, from a shitty fucking throwaway account that I made a QA testing a Christian social media website. Even DP Bongwater goes hard. Yeah, no, like it has some flair to it. And no, it never did stand for Donald. It always originally was just Don. So there's that. How did I come up with the Menace Crew concept? Well, that is a fantastic question. Originally, I can't. No, this is a different computer. All of the save generations are on my other computer on my other hard drive in the living room. So I have two big gaming PCs. This one's my old one that I had to swap back over. This has like my Ryzen 5900X and a 3080 in it. And then the other one has a i9 14900K and a 4070 Ti. That one's obviously better than this machine, at least with like the graphics card, and it's got 64 gigs of RAM compared to 32. But that computer is a piece of shit because the i9 is dying and I can't play any fucking games anymore, so I swap computers. But I keep a computer out there so that I can play games on the TV if I want to. And so I can probably play like, I don't know, like Diablo or something if I'm just smashed and don't want to do anything. And so yeah, that's why that's out there. But no, all that has all my generations. But I did make a post on Patreon about it, but that was a while ago. And I do, for any of you that are subscribed on Patreon, I do promise I will make some more posts. I promise that they will be there. I have just had a lot. So I promise they'll be there. I'll make something this week. Guarantee it. So the original Menace Crew concept, I actually saw Asmongold's very brief video where he originally saw the Veo trailer. Right, it wasn't a an issue of, oh, real quick, swap out GPU. I can't. That's actually the first thing that I did when I was moving computers back and forth. The power connector for the 3080 and for the 4070 Ti, they are different. The 40 this one has a little bar at the top that connects. So on the power connector, usually it's like, you have your two little blocks of shit that just plug straight in. Well, on this, there's two little, you know what, here. Let's do this. Why is this so fucking tiny? So usually you have like two little terminals like this, right? And then, you got your little squares. I know, I have the absolute best of drawing skills. You have your squares and they plug in, and they're all part of like this one big block, right? Well, on this computer with this power supply, it has another connector right here that's just an empty plastic bridge. And I don't want to just like Dremel that the fuck out because I don't want to fuck with it. I don't know why it's there, but it is. And I don't want to swap power supplies between PCs. So because of that, can't just swap out graphics cards as much as I want to. So I'll figure something out. I don't know. I know that computer is definitely going to get changed up from being a 14900K to something else because fuck Intel. One is 8-pin, the other 6-pin. No, they're both they both look the exact same. Just one of them has a little bar crossing the top. I don't know why, but it is. It's super dumb. It has no point in doing that. Anyways, Ryukin, you had asked. Oh, so you had asked Metascrew concept. So yeah, I saw that Asmongold video where he saw that he was watching the Veo trailer that was like, oh, this is AI, this is AI. I did not see that how he had put himself in there until after I started doing Metascrew things. But originally I was thinking as a concept, well, we're doing this whole meme of put the fries in the bag. And I was like, okay, what if Asmongold, in his later years, no longer streaming but needs something to do with his life, is now managing people putting fries in the bag? So yeah, that's why he appears a lot of times as an older dude, is because that's what I was originally kind of going for. And then it just evolved from there and just adding more characters and seeing what I could do. As soon as I had, but the first generations were, okay, let's bring some art that I have to life. Let's bring some, see if we can do like frame to video. And then I thought of, okay, what if I can do a Malcolm Tucker, but in a warehouse or then in a fast food thing just to yell at workers and just have that be funny. And for those that don't know who that is, there's a fantastic British show of The Thick of It. Phenomenal show. I find it to be absolutely hysterical. And so I just wanted to harness that character and see what Veo could do. And so then I started writing, and I started seeing what I could do with it. And then when I put the shoe around his neck, I put the 69 on his shirt. I started like adding stuff to the characters. That was just me seeing what Veo could really do, and that ended up being what that character was. Let's see. I think with AMD, yeah. Yep, AMD is the only way to go. Let's type build a computer. GPU wasn't a thing, not common enough. Wow. Yeah, no, it's very expensive to get a new computer. If you want something that's worth a fuck, you're probably spending $2,500. I mean, you can get something used that's like a couple generations old that'll still play most things. Like this machine right here with the 3080 and a 5900X. I mean, you could probably pick something up for $1,500, maybe. But generally speaking, you have to buy it a lot older because new stuff is at least $2,500. So let's see. Brand new phone has 3 dead pixel lines in every image it takes. Jesus Christ. That's brutal. By the way, I just want to say for the record, that iPhone that I'm using as the hotspot for this stream, I didn't buy it. That was provided to me by the company I worked for. So I would never personally own one, but because it's what we got, and then I have to use my phone here for the camera, it is what it is. 2,500 is about how much it cost for me to build one 15 years ago. Mm, let's see, 2008, I was able to build a PC with a i3 processor and an AMD 4770 for like $800. And I think it had 16 gigs of RAM in it. So like 2008, that was pretty good. And I remember when I bought it, it was actually a sale for President's Day through CyberPower. And at the time, I lived in California, and I remember I don't want to wait for this thing to ship. I don't trust anybody to do that. I'm just going to go drive and pick it up because if you live in Southern California, they do give you the option where you can go pick it up from CyberPower. So I remember doing that. Let's see. Are we gonna start seeing things slowly removed from the streaming setup? No, no, that's not gonna happen. The biggest reason why it's not gonna happen is like this mic. This is an M Audio Producer USB mic. You can look them up on Amazon. When I got this, it was $30 at Guitar Center. And so, I mean, it's not worth much of a shit. The monitors, they're Gigabyte G32 QCs. They're pretty decent for what they are, but they're very cheap. My middle monitor is actually a Samsung G7, which is okay, but like, I can't. I can't get that much out of it. But even worse than that is I'm not going to sell something that gives me the opportunity to make money, right? And I also have like if I could sell the Fleming sear that I have that's transferable, then I could solve all of my debts. But it's because it's in a trust and there's multiple people in that trust that can't do it. So yeah, uh, that's not going to be a thing. Sell the drywall? No, no. Yeah, you got a Raid X or Raid Max mic? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, not going to sell tools. The only I did sell a lot of the older a lot of guns that were kind of just extra, but I sold those a long time ago, and I sold those to try and save Bernie. The remaining rifle and two handguns that I have, I'm not going to sell. The handguns wouldn't go for much, but the rifle not going to sell. It's my last rifle. It's a sick setup. You know what? You guys want to see it? Light fixtures and door. I can go grab it. Yeah, you guys want to see it? All right. Give me a second. I'll be right back. While I go, let's put on some music in the background. Fuck. All right, be right back. All right. All right, there we go. Let's see. Siphon 4 gallons of gasoline. Jesus fucking Christ. All right. Main get. Yep, I know. It's a pistol. It has to be. Yep. 77 grain, OTMs. So, yeah, my Noveski. I got my Surefire Vampire Light. The... oh, battery's dead on that. But yeah, Tech 15, full power. Aimpoint Acra. You know, take it as much as you want. The FRT 3-position. But the reason I keep it a pistol is the the reason that it's a pistol still is, for those who don't know, if you have to cross state lines, you actually have to register, and it's a SBR. There's a lot of places you can't go with an SBR, but if it still has a pistol brace, it's a pistol, so then you can actually go and use it. And you don't have to file any paperwork, notify anybody, anything like that. And then always 77 grain, IMI Razor Core and Mark 262 stuff. So that's where it's at. That's your good killing ammo. Actually, we'll put that. And then you're so a lot of people will give me shit about that. Oh, hold on. Good mid-range gun? Are you talking about are you talking about range of engagement, or are you talking about a mid rifle? Because that is definitely not a mid rifle. That's a let's see, it's a Noveski N4, and that's got the old school NQR rail on it, and then it's got the Q Trash Panda. That's that's a very, very good rifle. And with 77 grain, you can actually reach out and touch people at some pretty decent distances. I use that to really take out a whole lot of hogs at 200 or 300 meters. Range of engagements, yeah. Revolver's good, yeah. So if it has a brace, then you can cross state lines, and you don't need to send a letter or notify anybody, and you won't get in trouble if you do that with a pistol. The other big reason why I do that, probably the biggest reason why you want to have an AR pistol of some kind, legally, you can keep a pistol loaded and ready to go. As soon as it's a rifle, you do need to keep the ammunition separate. You can't keep it loaded and ready. So with a pistol, you can have everything ready to go. So if something happens, something pops off, you're ready to rock, right? But if it's a rifle, then it's all still separate. Did I ever own a firearm in Cali? Nope, did not. How did you fail the written test? I don't know how you did that, but yeah, I never did, just because I didn't want to abide by the stupid laws. It's just stupid. In fact, is this one of the magazines? This is one of the magazines. No, it's not. Okay, so this is your standard 30-round magazine that you can buy, and you can buy these in California. Do you know how they make them California legal? So in California, to make them legal, they take the base plate off. They put a piece of balsa wood in here, about that big or so, that permits only 10 rounds. And then they take Elmer's glue and very lightly seal the end plate. That's all they do to make it California legal. That balsa wood is in there that prevents you from loading more than 10 rounds. But because it's just a little bit of Elmer's glue, you can just do the whole, pop it. And you have just now constructed a high-capacity magazine, and you committed a felony in California. Half was asking about. Let's see. Same problem. Ben and Kelly do the same name. Oh wow, that's really awful. Uh, what state? I am in the great state of Oklahoma, so I am just north of Brandon and Donut. So took 15 minutes. So in California, and this is the same. Okay, it's the same thing across the board. When you go to buy a gun, it is a universal background check, the NICS system, right? So the National Instant Criminal, whatever the fuck, and it checks instantly. So California and a lot of other states that have waiting periods, they know immediately, well, not immediately, technically within 5 minutes, whether or not you can walk out the door with a firearm. But they enforce that you wait that 10 days. Sometimes people like me, I am one of the unfortunate people where I will usually get researching. Now, if you get researching when you submit your 4473, which is just the paperwork that you fill out when you're buying a gun, maybe it's 15 minutes, maybe it's 2 hours. I know one time I waited in the shop for 4 hours before I could take a shotgun home. Sometimes people get unlucky, but most of the time, generally speaking, you can go into a store, put it all in, and walk out within 5 to 10 minutes after you did it. So there's that. Am I still gay? Well, kind of. Why am I streaming so early? Let's see. Hold on, hold on. There's a lot going on here. Give me a second, cause I keep looking at other shit. Uh, Yep. No, no, no. That is definitely, you could definitely transform an AK like that to their children to do this. No, they're just, the laws are super stupid and people do malicious compliance. Exactly what happens. Plead the fifth about second and reinforce my fourth. Yeah, well, there's that. Where's the people? Why am I streaming so early? So, the big reason I'm going to start streaming early is I don't. A lot of people that watch me also watch Tectone and Donut and Asmongold. So, in order to make it not so intrusive to that audience, doing a 6 to 10 or 6 to 11 stream means that okay, I can catch some people early, be maybe a little bit of a loading room or a waiting room, so to speak, but just to be able to capitalize on that time frame, and then also doing something later in the evening. So the later in the evening streams are going to be more than likely the weekends that I have my daughter. If I do something earlier on a weekend, it's a weekend that I don't have my daughter. So there's that. Let's see. Am I getting Battlefield 6? I did pre-order Battlefield 6 after the beta. So at least I have that coming at some point. That I got that before all this shit happened. So yeah, no, I did. I really did enjoy the beta. I thought it was pretty fantastic. It was a great time. You're here from Nux. Hey, Nux, I don't need. What is Nux's schedule even like? I don't. It seems it's crazy. Let's see. 60% of the firearms in the shot down the street banned for sale unless you're a police officer. Wow, that's super fucking ultra turbo gay. So, the other gun that I grabbed from my truck is my I don't want to say like not necessarily carry, but just something I keep in my truck that I usually use. He goes early EST. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. We'll figure it out. Anyways, so other gun that I use a lot. This is very dirty for me to say what this is. This is a Thesis Nighthawk. No, Night Stalker. Same fucking difference. They're shit. Well, I say Nighthawk because it has a Nighthawk drop-in trigger that I put in there. So I put a Nighthawk drop-in trigger, Surefire X300, Holosun 507K or 407K. I hate that I own a Holosun, but I do. I wish that Trijicon didn't make a piece of shit RMR CC. That thing fucking sucks, and there's no other good shield pattern optics besides Holosun. So grinds my gears that I have to use it, but whatever. Yeah, it's a 2011. It's a double stack 9mm. It's good shit. People like to shit on Thesis because it's a clone of a staccato. It does take staccato parts, Atlas parts, whatever you want to use. That's STI pattern. It works in this, but it's it's an $800 gun, $600 gun. So people like to talk shit. The trigger that I put in it is worth more than what I paid for it. So there's that. But yeah, I'm a pretty big gun guy. All the other crazy shit that's worth actual money has been sold a long time ago. No, that's not true. There's a few things, but I don't know where the key is to the gun closet right now. I don't want to open it. Ryan, thanks, dude. Greatly appreciate it. Own a Taurus, so you're off the hook. Oh no. Oh god, fucking Taurus, dude. Love Holosuns. Didn't hold on. What Trigicons burn through batteries? Your RMR? Do you have it on like turbo bright, like all times? I always keep mine on like setting 6 or 7, and they last years. Like the Acro that's on here. Is the Acro still on? Yeah, Acro's still on. I got this Acro. Fuck. Last year, early last year. I haven't changed the battery. I left it on, and it's still relatively bright. It's still there. Don't need to worry about it. And then the SRO that I have on the Gray Guns custom P320 is still fine. So I don't know where you're seeing that. Cali Rules got nothing on Oz Rules? Yeah, no. That's 100%, dude. Didn't they ban like gel blasters? Because I know Airsoft was banned out there, but didn't they also go after and ban gel blasters and were trying to go after Nerf? Just sold my SIG, so good. So you good? Yeah. No. So the only reason I haven't sold the Gray Guns P320 is it's just it's a Gray Guns. It's part of a set that I have, and I don't want to sell it unless it goes with the set. So it's one of those things, and I don't have the other pieces here. My dad took the rifle with him, and so he has that. So I need to get that back from him if I want to sell it as a set. The SR and MRO, they have really bad battery life. The MRO, where is the MRO that I have? Oh, yeah, it's okay. I know where the MRO is. I have one. You're going to make me go grab it. I'm going to grab it to prove a point. Well, holy shit. All right. So, MRO had this for a while. It has been beat to fuck. I am not very gentle on gun stuff that I own. If it doesn't stand up to, me actually using it, don't give a fuck. Like I am gonna brutalize gear, and so if it doesn't stand up, then I'm not using it. So I'll sell it or whatever the case may be. I'll destroy it, something like that. I've had this for I don't know how long. I know this was the I don't know when this was made. I don't know if this was after they fixed the parallax issues or not, but this definitely was a this has been around for a while, and I never changed the batteries, and I believe it has died within the last week. But I know last week it was working. I know that. So I don't know what if you just got shitty luck with the SRO and the MRO that you had, but I haven't had that issue. You get 3 months? Jesus Christ. That's insane. The Nerf and Gel Blasters? Yeah. Yeah. No. I only care about stuff that like the MRO when I first got it and when you first look at it, it doesn't look like it's an aluminum or like metal housing or something that's durable. But I've like this thing has I don't know if you can see that too well. Like this thing has been had parts of the metal fucking shaved off of it from just rubbing against like walls and shit, vehicles, things like that, just trying to get in and out of things. And that was originally on my Noveski N6, and so that was a 13.7 308 rifles that I blasted, and that's what I used on it. So it was a good time. Let's see. Hold on. There's some other stuff coming through. Du-du-du. They tried to ban gel blasters. Yeah, I don't remember what happened with that originally. There was something that I forget. Was that Evike that eventually got that turned around? I'm fairly certain I remembered doing something about that. There was actually a time when I was super into airsoft. When I lived in California, as those that live in California know, getting a gun fucking sucks. And because it fucking sucks, I stuck with airsoft, and I was super deep into that. I had a Fight Club custom Sistema uh, Salient Arms Gray. For those that know, that was a $3,000 airsoft gun, and that thing was fucking sick. Fight Club customs for PTW stuff, they're the only way forward, if they still exist. I don't know if they still do, but I remember Evike doing something about that and trying to fight that. Uh, Busby, you dick. Let's see. Speaking of batteries, oh, you must have a short in your fucking thing. Best life for a 21-year-old dude. The best advice that I can give you, if you're technically inclined, is I would go to a community college and I would learn the fundamentals of programming. Pick a language, doesn't matter what language. I would, well, okay, I guess it kind of does. I would pick like Python, C Sharp, Java, just as a to get a foundation. And don't care about the grades that you're getting. Don't care about the level of your code. Care about understanding the fundamentals of what they're teaching you. Again, you don't care about actually writing the code. Obviously, you want to do something to not be a complete shitbag, but still, like, you want to understand the fundamentals of what's happening. Then, while you're going to that school, use the school credentials and the education credentials that you get for the email that they're inevitably going to give you, and use that in order to get free access to GitHub Copilot and some of the Google AI stuff. And once you understand enough about the languages, you can start using the either GitHub Copilot with Visual Studio Code or something like that in order to begin building applications and using AI to make your own stuff. And the reason that you want to learn those languages is when you inevitably get errors, you know what to fix and what to go and what to look at. That's a really good thing to do, because I can't tell you the amount of I don't know enough about Python to make a program from scratch, but I know enough. Like an advanced program with a GUI and stuff like that. I don't know enough to like really do that, and I just don't. Right? I know my limitations, But I know enough about Python that if I need to debug an issue or an error that the AI is stuck on, and it can't figure out how to fix, and it keeps going in errors and loops, but you can read the logs and understand where it's getting hung up on, that is invaluable. And that is going to put you way ahead of all of the other vibe coders that are out there trying to make programs. And you can make quite a bit. Don't do pirate software code. Yeah, no, not even that. There's serious lag in his chat that pops up on the stream. Yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. I need to figure out why that's happening. It's like Java, but Monty Python style language. Don't worry about credentials. Worry about learning. Yes, 100%. I would also say that if you do want to get a job in a technical field and you want to make a lot of money, be a plumber, be an electrician, or be a welder. Have a trade. Have an actual physical trade that you do. I wish I had done that because then I wouldn't be where I am now. Instead, there's a lot of reasons why I am where I am, and hindsight is absolutely 100% 2020. But I can tell you that if you want to make software, you want to do technical stuff, that's going to be valuable. And that's not even talking about becoming a software developer, right? I'm not a developer, but I used that programming skill in order to improve where I was at in my job. And I was this fucking close to getting them to pay me a lot of money in order to further develop custom software that I had to save myself time at work. Because I was able to identify a need and I was able to see a program that I needed for it to function. It was PDF parsing and Excel parsing. And I just didn't want to do it by hand anymore, so I wrote a program to do it. And it saved me 10 hours of work every single week. So it's things like that you want to learn programming for and you want to be able to do. That's all I'm saying. You don't think kick messages are in the feed at all? Let me figure this out. Let me see. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Yeah, it just displays YouTube chat. It shouldn't. It should be displaying everybody. Settings. Why is it? I'm going to have to fuck with it in a bit, I think. I don't know if I can get it done now. I'm going to use merge chat from Restream. No. I'm not using Restream. I'm using... Unfortunately, I'm using Stream Elements. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Multi-chat. Filter? No. Why is that? Oh, Buzzbee. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just saw the bees. It's my bad. Doesn't display you or on here or on YouTube. I am the problem. I don't know why. Okay, here's the thing. In OBS, right? So just because my screen is right here that I'm looking at and reading chat. So right up here, I'm able to see everybody in multi-chat, right? And then the YouTube chat is separate. I don't know why, because I can see everybody that's talking in the multi-chat. It's not filtering shit out. So I can see everything that everybody is saying, but what I can't figure out is why the thing is filtering stuff out. That makes no fucking sense to me. Isn't Stream Elements in YouTube right now and tell them to fix their shit? No, that's that's a bot, buddy. It's OBS. Maybe it's OBS. I don't know. I will figure it out. But right now, I don't know what's happening. Oh no. Hey Red Walker, what's going on, dude? But yeah, if you want genuinely, learn a trade or learn programming. Those are the only options you really have for your future. I do not recommend going to college for a degree unless you want to be a lawyer or a doctor or an MBA. Those are the only reasons, in my personal opinion, to ever go to college. The debt is not worth it. You're not gonna. It's just not. I didn't go to college. I didn't, and I've up until now, I've done pretty well for myself. All things, I could have done better. There's a lot of opportunities that I didn't take advantage of that I feel absolutely stupid for not doing. But just saying. Yeah, Fat Hacker, I can't see. I don't know why you're not showing up in there. I will fix it. Community college is a viable path. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Is that going to community college to get certs or to just to learn the basics of a skill like programming, so that you can figure out. Because I wanted to learn how to do programming, but I didn't know where to start, and so I went to college, to community college, for 2 semesters. One semester was for Java and Python, and C sharp, all in the same semester. Didn't know what I was getting into, but okay. I learned the fundamentals of those languages. And then the other semester that I did was for Unity, because I wanted to learn more about Unity. But I needed something that was a lot more structured in order to teach me that. Community college, you can actually get some really fucking cool teachers. The dude that taught me Unity, him and another professor there, worked on they made the Avenged Sevenfold mobile game. I think it was a mobile game, but they made the Avenged Sevenfold game, and he flew in specifically to teach that class. So I learned Unity from like a dude who knew what the fuck he was doing. It wasn't just someone talking about theory, some dude that didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He knew how to actually make shit in Unity. So you can actually get some pretty fucking great professors in community college. That's what I'd say. I mean, uh, their university is basically free. Uh, yeah. Hey, okay, okay. Hold on. Let's back it up just a little bit here. You want to be ATC? Being ATC has some of the highest levels of burnout imaginable. It is a you get paid. You don't get paid as well as you should for what you do. I mean, you still make decent money, but that is a you gotta be strong, because that is a very intense job. Just saying, like, don't go into it thinking it's gonna be easy. Just realize that it's a lot more than you think. Let's see. Built pools for 10 years. Landed a great job now, and my emerald is still dead. Well, yeah. Jesus. Let's see. Uh, Trent had 3 ETH in his wallet during the early days and spent it on rec. Oh, God, that's ridiculous. You could tell that I didn't. How the fuck can you tell that I didn't go to college? There's people that went to college. They're far worse off than I am, and in a lot worse place. Hey, you know what? Okay, my bank account may be negative 5 grand ish right now, but at least I don't have $150,000 in debt that's looming over my fucking head. At least all I have to do is climb my way out of 5 grand and then get another 3,000 to pay for bills in my truck. At least there's that. So, uh, let's see. Give me a second. And sound lame. Got taught by corpse. Eh, it's okay. It's still good. It's still one of those things where you wanna find you need a little jump start in learning. Like, I'm very much a self starter, but I needed a jump start. Generic college degrees can be worthless. I think they're useless in all cases unless you're being a lawyer, doctor, or a an MBA. Just in my opinion, take it or leave it. But that's just what I think. let's see. Actually, in IT, so I can make $4 to $5. Yeah, exactly, Jack. 100%. In fact, I probably can make more than that just because I have portfolios of stuff that I've made. Even though I have no official actual experience in IT, I can still probably make more than someone with that. Will I add Ethan to the Menace series? I I did. He was in episode 9. Yeah, he was in 9. He will make a return, so that will happen. Still can't believe how expensive it is to get a degree in the U.S. Your semester is around 150. So if sorry, I'm just trying to turn my headset back on. It keeps turning itself the fuck off, and then it changes my goddamn output every goddamn time. And I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn this on. We're gonna turn it way low. We're gonna do that and shuffle and boom. No, we're not gonna do that one. Okay, I said shuffle, you fuck. Uh, hold on 1 second. I need to put some music on. All right, and then turn that down. Okay, can you still hear it? All right, that seems okay. All right, that way my fucking headset won't turn off. Anyways, degrees used to be a lot cheaper. Like you used to be able to go to is the like University of Phoenix, and it was like 30 grand to get a bachelor's degree, and now even that shit's like 70,000. It's ridiculous. What is the best place to support me through Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, or Menace Crew? Well, if you buy something off of Menace Crew, you get something for your support. So there is that. I do get the smallest cut from there. If you just want to support in general, probably the best would be Buy Me a Coffee. Being real, outside of Kick, but Kick only really has a subscription. And I think in the video down below in the description, there's also a tip thing, and I think that actually has the lowest cut of like 1% or something like that. So there's also that option. Any of these options, they are completely open to you. Whatever you choose to do, man. Any support that anyone has, I appreciate it. Bulgaria, yeah, okay, that tracks. It does. It is just very expensive in general to get a degree here, and it's expensive for no good reason, in my opinion. I can't see a reason for it to be that much. If you do like community college, it's like $20 a credit. So, so glad you went to public college instead of private 7 years ago. There's no way you can justify taking a 5-figure private loan. Yeah, that's high 5 figures. That's really fucking high. Um, right now, most degrees, if you want to get one in the United States, it's about man, if it's not at 6 figures, it's pretty goddamn close. Oh no, so I don't forget in episode 2 when Nick fell, was that a flaw in AI? Uh, no, no, it wasn't. It was a scene that I couldn't get right. The idea of that was to I wanted him to be walking in sloshed and then fall over drunk. That's kind of what I wanted him to do, but it wasn't coming out right, and that was the only scene and the only version that I got that was good. If I could get into Flow, which I tried doing earlier, as you can see from my tab not working, I would show you exactly what that looked like. But there was, I think, 7 or 8 different variations that I had, and every single one of them was terrible. And since each generation is $1, I didn't want to keep throwing fucking money at the wall. I just didn't want to keep doing it. So there's that. Switching chats, didn't realize you stream there too. Yep, I stream on Kick and YouTube. I will not stream on Twitch. I don't believe in streaming on Twitch. And I'm also banned from Twitch. So, or at least banned from streaming. So there's that, yeah. Indentured servitude, it is. 100% indentured servitude. Sorry for going off topic. That's all good, dude. Don't worry about it. Random lore question. What's with Eli and the pickles? Great question. I just put that in there. So originally, what stuck with me was, so I was watching Burnt Peanut. So there you go. There's someone that someone else that I watch. I was watching Burnt Peanut, and he was talking about how much he would rather shove 5 pickles in his ass than deal with a certain situation. I forget what the rest of the context was on that one, but it was fucking hilarious. And I was like, it stuck with me, and I was like, let's put it in there. Why not? I think it's funny. We're gonna do it. Fuck it. Who's my favorite Baldy, Asmon or Tectone? That's a great question. I watch more Asmongold, but Tectone is more. They're both very real, but Tectone's the only real bald one. Asmon tries to hide it, so if I had to go off of who's the best actual Baldy, it's gonna have to be Tectone because he actually embraces the baldness, whereas Asmongold, he still tries to hide it. So that's what I would say. I want Unsum to watch season 2, episode 1. Yeah, I think it was Busby that was gonna send he was gonna actually send their PO box several pickles along with an image of Eli. and Donut was gonna have to explain what in the fuck that meant. So if you want to get them to talk about it, you can send them some pickles and see what'll happen. I think that'd be hilarious. Hey Ryan, thanks dude. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, Twitch sucks. Twitch does it sucks every unwashed asshole. I got banned in 2014 because I decided to live stream. Was it 2014? Ooh, I don't remember now. I have to go back and look. But I got permanently banned because I live streamed myself doing a live DJ set. I was at a bar club, not like a night. I don't want to really call it a nightclub. It was more of a bar, and I was DJing. I was doing new disco shit. I was playing, and clearly it was a live show, and I was showing myself actually performing and mixing and all that shit. And they banned me for streaming copyrighted content, even though I saw plenty of other people DJing and doing the same thing. So fuck Twitch. I can't stream there anymore. Maybe I'll make another account just to stream something absolutely horrific on that place, just to fill their servers with trash. But generally speaking, no, I can't stream there. Why didn't I try to appeal? I did. I appealed twice, and they denied me both times, and then they didn't respond to a third. Copyright as usual, yeah. No, it was before Dan Clancy. It was before the Amazon acquisition. It was a long time ago. Tekken the lobster cat toy. Yeah. So there's also there is a leaping lobster cat toy. It's a little electronic cat toy that you could buy, and if you send one to Tectone, I think he would lose his goddamn mind if he. Oh god, I'm just thinking about it now. How fucking funny would it be if all of a sudden he just gets like 10 packages of jumping lobster cat toys? What? What are you gonna do with 10 of those fucking things leaping around? Oh fuck. For real, help him get partnership on Kick. Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great to get partnered on Kick. That'd be really neat. I'd really enjoy that because then I would just be streaming a lot. Honestly, I don't care if I'm streaming 10, 11 hours a day. Just a little bit of my history on streaming. So when the first time that I started streaming stuff, I actually did a online radio station. So, what did I use? I don't remember what I used, but I live streamed to a digital radio station like DIFM back in the day, and I would it was about every other day. I would make a post on 4chan on B about wallpaper, and I would post different desktop wallpapers, and I would stream about 10 hours a day, just DJing music, all sorts of genres, all sorts of shit, all the time, and I would just host that radio show for 10 hours a day. So doing it for 10 hours isn't a big deal to me, but actually talking might take me a little bit to get used to it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. But generally speaking, no, I don't have a problem doing it. Whose address? Yeah, Tectones. I don't know. I don't know if he has a PO box. If he has a PO box, that'd be hilarious. How the fuck do I have that time? What do you mean, dude? I'm unemployed. I got laid off last Friday. I don't have a fucking job. This is gonna like I have time. And then, for me, okay, realistically, let's see. Fix my fucking headphones here. Realistically, let's see. Like I drop my daughter off at school at like 7:15 in the morning every well, it depends on when I have her, but realistically every Tuesday and Thursday I drop her off at school, and then every other Monday I do. So I have 7:30 until 3. She's here for a bit. She's asleep by 7:30, and then I stream from there until whenever I get up and do it again. Fuck it. So if I was hourly, yeah, I maybe I'd do good. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Do we still DJ on Twitch? Yeah, I know they still DJ on Twitch in a good band. Yeah, no, it's fucking ridiculous. If you send it to unsub and in care of Tectone, he will get it. That'd be hey, that's a good idea. That'd be pretty good. Twitch does already stream terrorism. That is true. What's his address? I don't know if he has a PO box. I don't know, but I don't know. That'd be funny. Sending the unsub guys a bunch of pickles, and then Tectone gets leaping lobster cat toys. uh yeah, Busby, that's a bit much. But sending the pickles in, I don't know. I think it'd be a good time. But Hazard, I had no idea that it was an hourly thing there. Do I watch WestJet? I've seen his stuff on that Tectone's reacted to a couple times. I don't think I've ever actually watched any of his videos like unsolicited. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about I, I don't know a whole lot about him, to be honest. I know that he shits on people, and it's funny. That's about all I really know. I usually like when I watch YouTube, I usually watch things. I'll watch news and like what's happening. Like S2 Underground, I watch that for a lot of the news on things that's going on that most people don't report. There's Asmongold, there's some Tectone, Burnt Peanut sometimes, and then everything else is like ARPG related, like Rax, Gazzy, Zizarin sometimes for some of their content. But I don't, outside of like when Tectone or Asmongold cover things, I don't usually watch much in the whole like drama sphere. So yeah, that's why Techie and Asmon stream, even though Asmon ignores Kick. Yeah, Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense. Following S2 when he had like 15K followers. Yeah, I tried sending him some information on some of the Ukraine stuff that was happening, especially with the drones and a lot of the crazy shit that's happening over there. There's a lot. I really hope that that war. How do I say this? I both hope and don't hope that it continues. I don't hope because it's a lot of death and it needs to end and it needs to end now, right? So we can all agree that it shouldn't be there in the first place and it needs to go away. But the one thing that is coming out of it and kind of why it would kind of suck for it to just be over is just because the amount of R&D that's going into rapidly creating new technologies and new shit that's coming out that only happens during wartime is absurd, and how much we as a country, the United States, is benefiting from being able to test and deploy new technology is insane. And a whole bunch of other, China and Russia are both always deploying and testing new things, right? In the US, we really aren't. And if you look at how the United States military has really done things, like if the whole GWOT era, the global war on terror, 2001 to 2010 ish, 11, that 10-year span, there is so much crazy cool shit that developed and just went we went from some pretty awful ass to what we have today just because of GWAT. Like the amount of development that happened is crazy. And everything that's happening in Ukraine is all E-war. And it's really, really intense and really fucking cool what is actually like what they're making. There's a company that has anti drone jamming technology to where they can actually go in and get around the most advanced jammers that currently exist and still be able to hit targets. Like there's some crazy shit that's going out there. Or there's another one that's superseding Starlink, and what they're doing with that is it's all mesh network based. So instead of satellite or GPS based, it's all node based, so that you have a lot more control over it and you're not relying on satellites in orbit telling you what the fuck you need to do. It's a lot more secure as well. So like there's a lot of really really cool shit that's happening. It's just it sucks that it comes at a cost of people dying and war. And yeah, like correct. Like without the Cold War, we wouldn't have the modern internet. Yeah, 100%. Yep. First of all, when was it created? That was during war, and now it's one of the most popular pop archetypes. Yep, 100%. And it's just one of those things. It's a positive and a negative, right? There is so much on the e-war side of things that's coming from Ukraine that's just it's out of this world. It would blow your fucking mind if you were to see the kind of shit that's out there. But people are dying and it does need to stop. So like it's just one of those things. Like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, and it's better that it ends. That's just the way it is. Meshtastic predet. So it's a bit. I'm very very much oversimplifying what it's doing. Like it's far more capable than just that. It's yeah, it's a lot more than just that. I'm just being very simple with it, and I'm not describing exactly what it is because I don't want to say what it actually is. It's basically where it boils down to. I am out of coffee. We still have some tea. All right. Barely heard anything about the war. All he hears is Israel Palestine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. People just want to make it all about that. I think a lot of people hear about that just because all of the culture idiots just won't shut the fuck up about it, and that's what it is. I'm personally, I'm kind of surprised at how often people that support Palestine are just so violently against Nazis. They seem to agree with Nazis on quite a bit because they don't. They both don't like Jews. Why why aren't they trying to actually tap into the Nazis for? I don't know. That's fucking stupid. Ridiculous. Talk about low frequency bandwidth or whatever OnStar and things are connected to. No, no, it's brand new shit. It's brand new shit, and it's stuff that can't be jammed, and it also has its own counter. So it can't be jammed, and it also has a jamming function as well. So you can be the only people that can talk in a zone with this thing. So, Battlefield 4 Railgun, yeah. As soon as we figure out the battery situation, which, in my opinion, that's where graphene comes in. People need to embrace graphene for batteries. Just little anecdote: when I did airsoft and RC cars for a long time, I used lithium polymer batteries. Lithium polymer batteries are a very limited resource, and lithium ion, same with those, but lithium polymer burns out a lot faster. And they are consumables because they continue to puff up the cells as they discharge and recharge. They constantly are in flux, and the cells expand. And so, let's say that I had a fuck. What was that? It was an M60E4 thing for airsoft. And when you open the dust cover or the feed tray up on top, right below it, there's this compartment where normally your bolt and all that shit would be on a real M60. But down in there was a cavity that I could put a battery in. So I put a big ass fucking 5,000 milliamp battery in there. That was like a 20, I think it was a 20 or 25C lipo, and it got to the point where that eventually expanded too much to be able to fit. The solution that I had is instead I got a graphene based lithium polymer battery. Those do not expand. And because they don't expand, they can be used for quite a bit longer. So I'm a big believer in that personally. Let's see, give me just a second here. Actually, Black Ops 2 since it's 2025. Yeah, probably. Closer. America has. Yeah. Yeah. That is very true. I don't get either side to be Palestine's population. Yeah. Yeah, but who? I don't know. It's a whole fucking thing. If it wasn't for AI, I would assume human cloning in regard to Israel and Palestine. No, I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think that it's more of a, because there's a lot that has happened over the years, right? So you can't just say, oh, how did their population grow? Well, what's happened since 1990 and today? We fucked up the Middle East. There's a lot of people that went a lot of different places. Iraq, Afghanistan. I don't know if anyone from Iran really did that. Then you have Syria. So yeah, I don't really have a problem believing that they grew from 600,000 to 3.2 million. I don't think that there's necessarily. I mean, you can say whether there's a genocide or not. I mean, I'm not going to debate whether or not there is one. But just saying, just because they had explosive population growth, there's a lot of reasons why that can happen. It doesn't strictly mean that they are all Palestinian born. It's the same thing in the United States. Our population has grown considerably, but a fair bit of that is from illegal immigrants or us importing people from other places around the world that do not share American values. Oh, that's all I'm saying. Without Australia, America would set the bar on insanity. I mean, I don't think so. I think it would be a South American country, to be honest. Because some of the South American countries are fucking wild with how dumb they are. Yeah. Having babies if you're poor. It's explosive population growth in a small area. Yeah. The truth is, AI doesn't exist. It's just a test. Well, who knows? Maybe. Could reasonably believe that. Speaking about Karen's taking over gaming. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. That's valid. Australia does have a lot of particularly retarded individuals that try and push some seriously stupid shit on the rest of the world. Me, I do not live in Australia. I do not live in the world's largest collection of poisonous things. Nah, fuck that shit. Nope. Nope. Not at all. Not even close. Fuck that place. Never, never, ever. It's not just the world's largest collection of poisonous things. It's also the world's largest collection of super fucked up things. You guys have a fucking platypus. What the fuck is the platypus? A little like retarded duck mongoose thing or otter thing with poisonous claws? Like, no thanks. I'm good. I'm good. Population increasing from tourists giving birth. No. Yeah, 100%. That's also why birthright citizenship is definitely going to go away. Ban machetes is in the down under. Yeah. Have I heard about the Roblox controversy? Who the fuck hasn't? I. Hmm. All right. So for a while, I was a teacher. So I taught kids K through 12 programming, engineering, robotics, and game design. And so in the latter part, so I did that for about 7 years, and it was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed doing that. I wish I could go back and doing it, but we'll see. Uh, which glows in the dark. uh, a ninja, hey man, how's it going? Not to chat politics. Yeah, that's fair. That's also fair. But yeah, I used to teach, and I had a really good time. Like a lot of like robotics, for example, was using like Lego robotics and stuff like that. It's been good. It was a lot of fun. I really miss doing it. I actually left the last job that I had without having another one lined up. This was before I was married and before I had a kid, but I did not give a shit because the owner didn't care. He was taking funds for Epic, which for those that are not in the United States, Epic is a way where people can get money. So it's homeschooling, and Epic gives you funds to get books and materials, but they also give you money for extracurricular activities. And Epic actually has to pay out that money to a vendor. So they would pay us in order to get access to our services for a semester or a class or whatever. And I found out that my boss was taking those checks and not allowing people to do the classes. So he would take the checks. People would say, "Hey, I want to do this. I want to do this class. Let's do it." And he would just say, "Yeah, nope. We're waiting for the check to clear. We can't do that." He'd wait until the end of the class to say, "Hey, the check went through. Let's we can do this." And the money was spent. Congratulations on the class. And then it's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, the class just ended." And I was just like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing that." And he also wanted us to have like 3 or 4 kids to a single Lego robot, which realistically you can have 2 kids to a robot, where one kid's like programming and the other one's like building shit on it, right? Or sometimes if you have 2 siblings, you can have 3 kids to a robot, but it's kind of iffy. He wanted to scumfuck all these people, and I wasn't having it, so I left. Didn't even care. So there was, yeah, it was, fuck that shit. Anyways, whole point of saying that is one of the things that I did also towards that later part is use Roblox as a way to teach kids how to make games. I knew nothing about it. I had no interest in any of it. I thought it was dumb. It was unmoderated. Nothing that I wanted to do. We used Minecraft a lot and like made Minecraft mods. I had a really cool Minecraft game that they would play. Like there's a lot of cool shit that I did with all of that. One of these streams, I'll actually show you what I made in there because it's a game concept that I want to actually make standalone. But regardless, I didn't really want to do Roblox, but he wanted to, so it's like, okay, fine, I'll write curriculum for it. And it was creating an object, creating a game, creating an event, things like that. And then they would play Roblox games afterwards. Thankfully, all of the kids wanted to play gun game. So it's like, okay, that's all they want to do. They don't want to go and do all these other little games. But me being curious, I looked around to see what other things was out there, and it took no time at all to see exactly what other people have been making videos about and calling out. So yeah, I believe it is such a shitty fucking platform, and not having moderation is a big mistake on their part. Can't fathom why they keep. Yeah, they keep people, they keep pedos on their platform because they're users. They don't want to get rid of users. If you look at those people in that video, there is not a fucking chance in shit that any of those people have ever touched the game and actually played games on there. There is no way. Or the dudes that are on there, they're doing shit that they would have gotten caught. Either one of those two options. Take your pick. I'm not going to say which one. Outside of, I guarantee that they do not actually play the game. Because they're corporate types. All they want is to increase number. They want to see stock go up, big number. That's all they want. Perpetual growth. That's all they're after. And if they start getting rid of people like that, well, they're getting rid of cash cows. Believe it or not, those people spend a lot of money. They're like furries. They spend stupid amounts of money on shit and being a degenerate. Nope, if you're a furry, yeah, as long as you're not a feral, I don't care. But it's the same sort of concept. They don't want to get rid of it because they make them a lot of money, and it's also users. They want to keep those active users. So that's pretty much what the way I see it. It's just scum. And it's just because they don't fucking play. And until we actually get people that enjoy the products in these positions, they're just going to keep on sucking dick. That's why a lot of video games have sucked ass for such a long goddamn time. Play Roblox all the time with the son, doesn't participate in chat, and don't see the crazy shit on his profile. You got lucky, dude. You get fucking lucky. Let's see. Long time coming. Yeah, no, it's been there for a while. And oh, but you keep them on your profile so you can see it. Yeah, yeah. No, that's good. One of them was a dev of a Roblox game. Okay, I mean, so they don't engage they don't engage with the games. Like when I play a game like I'm playing like Last Epoch or Gray Zone or something like that. I know the game. Like I know what the fuck I'm doing and I know what to complain about. I know where to find the problems. I know all that shit, right? These people do not play the game. If they did, they'd understand where the problems are. Just because you can develop something doesn't mean that you actually know your shit. Right? What was my first gun? That was a Delton Sierra 15. That gun is long. Actually, I traded that gun for a Elcan Spectre, and I do not regret that for a single fucking second. A $400 gun for a $1,500 optic. That was a good one. And could you use it on something? I mean, yeah, of course you can. So 556, do whatever the fuck you want. Ducks has been doing really good coverage of it. I bet he has. I haven't been watching people's live streams lately. I know that Tectone's been streaming a lot. I've seen Shinya do a couple things. Nux do some, and Donut do a bit. I haven't been keeping up on anybody. I've just been wanting to focus on me and myself and trying to get this stuff up and running. Because I know if I stop doing what I'm doing and getting at least things set up and started, that I'm gonna stagnate and I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna think, it's not really worth it. So now that I'm getting in the groove of it, it's gonna keep happening. When Roblox got popular, it started changing so damn fast. Yeah, I will say that a game like Minecraft surprisingly has stayed pretty consistent, even though it is one of the biggest games in the world, and it's also owned by one of the greatest companies in the world. So at least I can say that it's it's still there. I mean, fuck, it's actually impressive that it's maintained what it is. I know the Windows version, the DirectX Windows 10, whatever the fuck version, has all sorts of microtransactions. But hey, the Java version's still original. There's that. Tried playing once with my kids, found it unbelievably boring. So I actually, when I had to play gun game, it wasn't it wasn't great, but it wasn't the most boring thing I've ever played. Like it was better than fucking Mass Effect Andromeda. It's better than quite a few other games that I've fucking played in my time. And it's just gun game. All right, first one to 30 kills through all the different guns. Woo, and the guns are all different and weird and wacky. It's like, okay, when I had to play it, it wasn't terrible. But it just depends on what you play, I guess. Nux and Donut hasn't streamed at all this week. Really? No. And the cash-in period passed now. And they really get glowing stock analysis report. Yeah. They cash the fuck out. W Minecraft, fuck Microsoft, but still, yeah. It's impressive. Techie has because he's trying to prove he didn't bot. Yeah. Anyway, people that bot, it's like what do you get for botting? Like what's even the point of just faking your viewership? I don't know. I think it's like what do you even what's even the point? Like you're not real. It's just ooh, bigger number. Cool. You're not engaging with real people. Why do it? I don't know. And I know it seems easy because it's not like you can. I guess brands view it as easy because they think, oh, look, a lot of people are watching our shit, even though they know that it's fake. It's like they're just pumping themselves up, not realizing that they're doing more damage to themselves. Like that Nux had a baby. If he had a baby, he's gonna be busy. As someone that my daughter is 3, so yeah, I very much know how much he's probably going through, and I do wish him the best if that is the case. And there's a lot of dad tips that I'd probably have that are relevant today. But yeah, do I get ad rev? I mean, you kind of do, but like I don't know. At that, I don't think ad revenue is really decent. I think most people make money off of subscriptions and stuff. Am I wrong? Is that real? I know like the ad revenue doesn't seem like it's crazy. Am I wrong? Especially if it's like $1 per fucking bot. Like, is it really worth it? I watched the Tectone video on it, right? I watched what he was saying, where people will bot, make it seem like they're popular, and then a brand will contact them and want to do a deal, and then they make all their money back. Like I get it. I understand what like that's a thing, but why would a brand? It's just it's all fucked from top to bottom that it's even a thing in the first place because you're fucking a brand out of something because they think they're going after someone that's popular, even though somebody is not popular, and they're wasting a shitload of money on someone being an absolute just piece of shit and botting all of their stuff. So you're fucking a brand. You're fucking yourself by deluding, being delusional. It's just I just I don't know what the fuck you would even do. I Caleb Francis doesn't do too much content, and he said he makes 30 to 50K a month. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's wild. That's why they fake subscribers. I mean, yeah, but like, why? I don't know. I guess I just don't really get it. Like when I started my channel and I started in Tectone first watched my video. That was what 2 months ago, 3 months ago. That was I had what 600 subscribers, something like that, and now I'm almost like 14. I'm at 14,800. I don't know. Just because I have a video out, or just because I'm getting more subs, it's not like I don't know. It's just it's just fake. It's just fake growth and fake people, and it just doesn't. It will never work out in the end. And people may be able to get money now off of it, but I just don't think you're if you do it, you're a fake asshole. And I know if you get a brand deal and a brand wants to bot you and you agree to it, I mean, cool. Hey, that's free money. I get it, right? Someone wants to offer you a shitload of money to do it, and you get botted, makes you seem more popular. I get why people would do it, and if someone's offering to do it for you, it's like, okay, cool, whatever, do it. But I just don't see what the point is, what you would even get. Makes streaming start without background and content, because recognition on Twitch and Kick is shit for people under 100 viewers. So, I mean, like, I understand, and you're just trying to get up on the leaderboards, but it's still like, okay, like, I, I don't know. I just think it's a super shitty way to try and fake your way to get up there, because if I'm trying to think of how to really put it. Because if you just fake it and you get up there and then you get popular, people are going to wonder why the fuck you got popular in the first place, because maybe you don't have the ability to just talk. Maybe you don't have the ability to like hold a conversation. Maybe you're just you have an annoying ass voice. Maybe your setup sucks, something like that. And people are wondering why you're popular, but they still subscribe to you. Like, I don't know, like what why fake it like that when you could just be genuine? And I understand it would take a lot longer to get up there if you're genuine, but I don't know. You didn't mean to talk in your stream like that. What do you mean? That's fine. Don't want to be big, just make friends. I mean, yeah. I mean, I never did any of this to be big or to be famous or for anyone to know who the fuck I am. That's never why I did any of this. I do this just for laughs and to have fun. And it's a good outlet for me. I don't do it for any other reason besides that. The day that it becomes boring, the day that I just can't do it anymore, or I don't look forward to going live or to make a video. That's it. Like why do it if I don't want to do it? Why force myself to do something that I don't want to do? I am I'm very much enjoying doing it now and talking to people and all that good shit. But yeah, sponsors want anything for SEO purposes. Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, and that's a really big, really fucking big problem. My brother actually works for an SEO company, and it is a fucking shit show. Better to grow platforms through YouTube vids first than live streams. 100%, I agree. Then clips from the channel, and then a source channel. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure it out. I don't know what I want to do about all of this. Is I don't know if I want to. I don't know what I want to do with all the content that I'm doing with live streams. For me, it's just a lot of just hanging out, talking, playing games, shooting the shit, doing whatever. I mean, shit. It's what 12:30 in the morning. We're here, and then I'm gonna be live again at 7:30. Well, 6 actually, because I said 6, so I'm gonna abide by that. So I don't know, and this is why this stream is so low view count. Well, yeah, because I don't really care to go above and beyond and fucking bot. Well, I can't afford to bot, but I wouldn't bot in the first place because why would I? I'm faking it, and then I don't know what's the point. I would rather have a vastly smaller audience of people that are watching my streams and talking and communicating with you guys and just having a good time. Like why would I fake that and then people think, well, wow, there's fucking 200 people here. Why is there only like 8 people talking or however many people are watching the stream? It's not fucking telling me how many people are on there. But regardless, you get my point. Is like, why would I have that many? Why would I want to bot and not have actual engagement? That's all I'm saying. And oh, by the way, for anyone that's on YouTube and wondering why I'm going off on weird tangents, Keck Chat is not showing up on this fucking chat window. Really, really dumb. I could see it in OBS. I don't know why the fuck it's not appearing on screen. So yeah, that's why things are getting a little weird, and you're wondering who the fuck is he talking to? Yeah, it's because I'm talking to Kick. There's that. I love your humor. It's so unhinged for the for the videos. Yeah, I just that's just who I don't know. My brain is fucking wild at what I come up with and what I find funny. I guess you could probably call it classic. I guess you could call it more old school humor, like 90s humor. Just no filter, don't give a fuck, politically incorrect. Just going for it, unhinged. That's what I find funny. I don't find any of the modern stuff really funny. Doesn't do it for me. It was back in the day. There was only view butting with TV shows and movies. Yeah, and the issue is with yeah, it's really hard to quote viewbot TV shows or movies. Like I guess you could fake numbers on like movies or whatever, but it is what it is. With streamers, it's so autistic. I fucking hate it. You think about it, it's like lying on a job interview to get the job. That is exactly what viewbotting is like. And again, I totally get it. If you take the deal from a brand saying, "Hey, we'll pay you money to be able to do this," totally get that. Totally respect it. Get money however you can. If a brand wants to do it, fuck them. That's on them. They want to fuck their image up. Let them fuck their image up, and because hey, these people are desperate to let people know who they are. So like you get it. Or like with I think Tectone was saying with like Genshin, the developers are viewbotting people that play their game. It's just like, come on, dude. You're trying to make your shit seem more popular. You're just a fake ass bitch. Just get the fuck over yourself. Hey, Hanjin, have a good one, man. Ryan, thanks, dude. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Hey, the coffee is actually pretty fantastic. That's a good point. At some point, when I don't have such a large amount to get out from underneath, I do need to go and get some more Nespresso pods. I have to admit, I am a fucking filthy degenerate white boy in the sense that I do not like Keurigs. I think they make really shitty coffee. The pods always fucking suck. So I decided to try an espresso machine that I got, and that shit changed my life. It is fantastic coffee. Holy shit, the pods are amazing. They're about $1.50 a pod, and it's expensive, but it's fucking worth it. They're so good. They're so good. I don't give a fuck how much money it costs Twitch. It's like frog glazing. Yeah, no, it is. See, here's the thing. I actually don't really care if they've bought views on Twitch. Just because if you think about it, it costs Twitch a lot of money to host all of those fake ass people. And I'm curious. I'm really. Oh, you're sticking around. All right, dude. Thanks, dude. I'm trying to think. I wonder Ooh. But Keurig, I drink espresso every day. Yeah, Keurig is fucking shit. The Nespresso pods, man, those things are fucking fire. No, no, okay. I have a conspiracy theory about the viewbots. All right, here it is. These viewbots, they're watching the content, right? We know that they're watching the content. So if you think about it, let's say what's the average bit rate on Twitch? Like, what's the average bit rate? Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the ad. That's not the point. What's the average bit rate of a stream when you watch it? 6K is about the average. 3 to 6. Okay. So let's just do uh uh hold on. Let's do Okay, here we go. We're going to do this. Here we go. Let's just do an even number. So people are saying 3,000 to 6,000. So let's just say I know Five Cousin. We're talking about viewbots and my conspiracy theory on them. So let's just take an average. Let's just say 4,500. All right, let's just say 4,500. No, not saying AI data, although that wouldn't be a bad idea. But that's not what I'm saying. So 4,500 is the bit rate, and then let's just say someone buys 2,000 bots. Okay, so that's 9 million that you have. Uh, it doesn't even like that. Okay, so we're assuming 200 views. So that's 900,000. Okay, that's a lot. That's what divided by 1024. So that's 109 gigabits per second, or gigabytes a second. Right? Did I do the math? Am I fucking stupid? Is that right? So that's 109 gigabytes a second, basically 110 gigabytes a second that's spending. Oh, Droid Cam, fix your shit, dude. There we go. So that's a lot of data for 2,000. Or I'm sorry, that's just 200 bots that are watching 1080p, consuming 4,500 kilobits or whatever the fuck. I did I do the math right? Did I forget stream elements? Asman calculated how much it cost Dan. Yeah, he cost Dan $6,000 per stream. Yeah, but I'm just saying that it's the bandwidth requirements are they're very unique. And so your bandwidth, you're not just paying in bandwidth costs and like when people are watching your stream, right? So when you're view botting, you're costing them money that they have to pay to ramp up for more servers, or I'm sorry, for more bandwidth to go through. But there's a point where you have to actually increase the size of the quote internet pipe that you get, and that starts to get very expensive, very very quick. And so when you're doing enterprise level data like that and you're trying to serve that much bandwidth and it's growing out of control, it can be very expensive. So my theory and my conspiracy on it is they're not getting rid of view bots necessarily to hurt viewers or to hurt the streamers. My conspiracy is they are doing it in order to save money because there is so many fucking view bots on the platform that they have to do something about it because they cannot afford how much fucking money that they're costing. Let's say that, half the viewers on Twitch are botted or more. Dude, that's so much fucking money that's wasted. And I have a it doesn't work out that way streaming. I still think that I'm still of the opinion that it cost them a lot of money. I still believe that it cost them a lot of money for all the view bots that are on there, just in terms of bandwidth. And I think that they're realizing, oh shit, we can save a lot of money by downsizing our quote internet pipe and how much bandwidth we actually need from our ISP by doing that. That's my conspiracy. That's what I think is happening. Now, if they're using it for AI training data, as Bradley says, maybe. That's not a bad concept. That's not a bad idea. It's like the bits currency and gift subs is only exchanged between real viewers and people. Yeah. Yeah. But are they going to lose viewers based on how many people are watching? Well, when you have viewers, they're watching, so they're consuming the content. I think. I mean, they still have to get that somehow. That's what I think. I don't know. That's just my thought. But all the posers who project that they're more popular than they really are. Yeah. No. Everyone that thinks that they're more popular, especially like the OnlyFans whores, all those stupid cunts. Yeah, they're not that fucking popular. Why is this playing someone else's shit? I don't want to listen to this dude's fucking garbage. Costs are being mitigated through data farming. Yeah. No. Like they're mitigating costs for sure. But the thing is that they can farm data on users. You can't farm data on bots. So bots are just bots. They're just empty shells with fucking nothing. If it's a real person, they can sell your shit all day long. But if it's a bot, what the fuck are they going to sell? Probably going to sell it right back to the person botting. So yeah, the emoji spam, I actually don't have much of the emoji spam, which is great. And if I see it, I'm going to fucking ban that shit. And real fucking quick, because I don't want to see any of that trash on my videos. You can still watch and get watch hours. Yeah. No. You can still watch and get watch hours. I don't. Don't get me wrong. You can still do that. But what I'm saying is that Twitch is doing it not for just because it's a cost saving measure for a bandwidth, because I would guess 20 to 40% of Twitch is nothing but that, in my opinion. Oh, never mind. Do you know the 4 chord songs? Nope. Do not. Is all the data just fake? Well, if you... I mean, what the fuck are you going to do? Like, if you're trying to harvest user data and sell it and use that to offset some of your shit, why, like, there is nothing to be gained from a botted view or a view bot. Like, what the fuck are you going to harvest from that? You're not going to do anything. Like, what's the point? So, there's lots of reasons why they're getting rid of it, in my opinion. So, yeah. There's someone talking about AI upscaling. Heard they're using AI upscaling on some video shorts. Are they really? I mean, AI upscaling is getting pretty good, but it's not for images. It's fantastic, but for videos, it's very hit and miss. Although, to be fair, if it's YouTube doing it, they have access to Veo, and Veo is pretty fucking popular. Or I'm sorry, Veo is the best that's out there for video generation by far, unless you're doing something else with it. Yeah, the short comments are all fucking terrible. I haven't gotten any of those, which is great. So fuck it. Why do they not train AI on VODs? I mean, it makes sense if they would, but there's a lot of people that have tried to train AI and it's just awful. They use upscaling on mobile. Ooh. That's an interesting concept. Why the fuck would you upscale on mobile though? Why? Why would you do it on mobile? Wouldn't you do it on desktop? Like what wouldn't that make more sense on a fucking computer with a larger screen? Am I crazy? That's wild. You have access to Veo because you're a student, never played around with it? Do it. See what you can make. Do some wild shit with it. Like, and if it doesn't allow you to do it, spell things phonetically, and you'll get around. You'll get around it. Is YouTube pushing shorts to beat TikTok? Yeah, I don't know. TikTok's. I'm not a big fan of TikTok. I actually started doing some stuff there very early on, but it's not a big deal. Reduce quality, then upscale on the phone's end. Not a bad idea. I mean, I can see that. Like the concept of it isn't bad, but you can tell when you look at your PC. But on the mobile app, I'll have to see. I'll have to fuck with that later on my phone. But right now it's the camera where I can look at and talk to y'all. So are the AI Bigfoot videos from it? Yeah. If you want to make okay. All right. Let me tell you guys how you can make AI Bigfoot videos. It's really simple. You have access to Veo, or you get a Gemini trial account. You then go in and you say that you want to make a video, and you say Bigfoot walking in a forest, or vlog style, Bigfoot walking through a forest with a selfie stick, and says, insert whatever the fuck you want him to say. That's all you got to do for AI Bigfoot. It is the laziest form of content that you can possibly make with Veo. And anyone that says that it's more complicated than that, it really isn't. The reason why people do Stormtrooper and Bigfoot content is because it's a consistent character. And it's the easy, consistent character. For me, my characters are recognizable because of the costumes and the details that I put into them, right? But they're different in each scene. Same thing with Bigfoot. Bigfoot's different in each scene, but you can recognize it. Same reasons. Hey, Zozin. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Use APIs to pull data off. It costs me $100 a month for shit. Yeah, it can. Here's, man, the Bigfoot one. Yeah, no, I've seen it. It's a lot. Verizon an option in your area. Oh, talking to Busby. Yeah. Swear to mention Satan's ass a lot. Use words like regret. Yeah. How long are the videos that Vea makes? Every single clip is 8 seconds. And every 8 seconds. So, if you want to look at a Metascrew video, let me pull them up. Give me 1 second. Oh, if I wasn't streaming, I'd probably be watching that. The Adult Swim Aqua Teen Hunger Force thing. That sounds like a good time. I love dumb fucking shows like that. It's so much fun. Okay, so okay, so episode 2 right here, right? That is 9 minutes and 9 seconds. So uh, 9 times 60 plus 9 divided by 8. So that episode cost me $68 to make, roughly. Let's round it up to $69. Nice to make. Now, that's not counting all of the additional generations. I probably have about 40 alternate generations for it, so let's add 40. And that's how much it costs to make a 9-minute video. And the reason I know that it costs that much to make one of these videos is each generation that I use. So for Menace Crew, I always use Veo 3 quality, not Veo 3 fast. And what that does is it gives me higher quality, but it's also $1 per generation. So there's that. That's roughly what it comes out to. Now, things like K on my balls, that was significantly cheaper because a lot of those were actually fast. Those weren't actually quality ones. So some of those I got away with doing a lot cheaper. But if I want any sort of quality or fidelity in like text or anything like that, then I have to use quality to get through it. So yeah, lol nux. Now making an AI song, how hard is that? All right, let's make one. Let's do it. Okay. Yep, that was what I was making for Tectone's thing. All right. How easy is it to make an AI song? Well, if I just want something that's just an instrumental thing, and let's just say I want vaporwave. Let's do something in the style of Saint Pepsi. And that's not what I want. Let's do... Okay, all right, so I can just put an artist in there, generally speaking. And song about Catboy Brad hating patty down his software. Yep, that's what we will do that one with the when we get to the lyrics. Right now I'm just showing how to make just some simple songs. So let's say I want something that sounds like Saint Pepsi. It didn't grab that I wanted vaporwave. So we're just going to put that in there. I click generate. And just like that, we have one shot a song yet again. I just need to be streaming every time I fucking make music, so it actually gives me bangers every fucking time that I click create. That's crazy. So yeah, it's that's how easy it is to just make a song, right? You just kind of put in a style that you want. Generally speaking, you want to have a style. You want to have a mood that you kind of want it to be. Like, do you want it to be fun? Do you want it to be like party? Do you want it to be melancholy? Like how you really want to describe it, you can do that. And then, like, if you want to have some pacing, you want to talk about some of the instruments or how you want the vocals to come across. All you really need. It's pretty fucking simple. Like, and let's say I want to use some different language. So let's say, atmospheric and cinematic, suspenseful track about surviving in the South, or in a South Asian jungle, fighting for survival. Tense. Uh, Creative. Fuck it. Like I can just type something in too. I don't have to put an artist and then click whatever and then, do that. I can just write what I want. And then you get your song. Is it going to suck? Yeah, it's gonna suck. But generally, you can write how you want it to be, and it's pretty simple from that point. And that's what I'd recommend doing is just playing with it, seeing what you can do. The biggest restriction that you have when you make music is your own vocabulary. If you don't have a very strong vocabulary and a good way to describe what you want, it's gonna not turn out well. So that's something that's kind of important. Uh, let's see. 4 chords to make a hit. We'll see. Gino's lit. Oh, yeah. That, yeah, SJC. That was fucking great. No, that was that him fucking with that squatter. That was fucking hilarious. Outside of that, yeah, he's not that good. Let's see. Nice beat, but creating an A doesn't apply to copyright, right? Well, okay, so the way that it works, and I know how it works in Suno. In Suno, as long as I am subscribed to the platform, and so in this case, I still have my annual subscription. I bought it back in March. Very glad I did instead of the monthly one. And so, as long as I'm subscribed when I create the music, I own the copyright. So it cannot be struck down by anybody, and nobody else can own it. It's just it is mine. So there's that plus. That also means that I can monetize it, sell it, do whatever the fuck I want. So there's that. Uh, when do you think AI music video will go mainstream in film? I believe it already might be. We can't all make bangers every time. Yeah. When no one can tell the difference anymore, and when it's perfected, uh, no one will. Yeah, the issue is when I can get consistent characters in Veo. That's when film is done. Like let's be when I can get consistent characters in Veo, I can accurately give dialogue to each character and have it understand which character is saying what. And the scenes can be up to 60 seconds in length. Well, the last caveat is that it understands how to actually do action stuff. Then we're done. Why do you need Hollywood anymore? Why do you need actors? At that point, the only reason that you would is to go back to actual performances like Broadway. That's it. You let AI do it in 5? Yeah. And here's the thing, right? So currently, Google does have a production version of Veo that's available that you can use for more advanced shit that actually takes like programming and other sorts of things in it to create more complicated scenes. That is 75 cents per second. Now, you and I, right, we might think that's very expensive. That can get pretty crazy pretty quick. But when you compare 75 cents per second for video for making AI do it compared to, I don't know, 4 grand a second or a lot more when it comes to like a TV show or a movie, come on. Like, why would you even bother? Why would you want to spend that much money when you can get something a lot cheaper? And here's the thing about AI video. AI video and AI art and anything like that is all from someone's imagination. Like, it's my imagination. Like, I have the concept for Menace Crew. How does that make it less valid of a series, That's just kind of the way I look at it. Yeah, and videos are real performances too. Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. Is Fruity Loop still a beat making program? It's a lot more than just making beats. Like you got Ableton, you got Reactor, you got Machine, you got Fruity Loops, you got a whole bunch of shit out there. But yeah, if FL Studio still exists, that's a big game changer. Yeah, don't know how old you are. I am 34. You haven't heard of Free Loop since 2000? Wasn't it Dead Mouse that actually started some of his original tracks in FL Studio? Like, you can make some great shit in FL Studio. The problem is that people don't make plugins for it, and that's why you would use Ableton and something else, because people actually do stuff. The other thing too that's also, yeah, I know. I don't really pay attention to my age. I don't remember it. I just subtract the year from all that. But would there be a screenwriter, director, and AI producer for feature movies? I mean, why? Why would you need? Okay, why would you need a screenwriter, a director, or producer as separate people? What's the point of having that separated? Because at the end of the day, like if it's like for me, I know what I want, and I write, I direct, and I produce all of my stuff for the Menace crew. And the same thing would be true for an AI series or an AI movie or anything like that, because it's my vision of what I want. And maybe if I had somebody else help me write stuff, okay, maybe I would give them credit, but like I still write and produce it and direct it because I'm giving direction to what's happening. If whoever's the writer would also be the director. So, uh, yeah, everything is on Spotify. Well, I don't want to say everything. Everything for the most part is on SoundCloud. There is a the album Truck Nuts that is on Spotify, and then K on My Balls is also on Spotify. AI songs are so nuts and how good they come out. They do. I will actually show you in just or let's see. Let's say Tarantino's who can't translate it to AI. Well, if somebody if he can't translate it to AI, what do you mean? Okay. I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm just saying I have a concept in my brain of what, dude. This droid cam, I paid for you. Somebody sent me money on Venmo so I could fucking pay for you. Behave. Enough of this fucking shit. Anyways, yeah. So five. I don't mean to be a dick, but I'm just saying, well, why? What do you mean? If you can describe your idea and your concept, then you can make it with AI. Like if you struggle to describe your concept, then what? You don't have a good concept in the first place, right? Hey man, you go have a good one. You go look at FL Studio. Yeah, do it. FL Studio. When do I release the songs? Do I have a link? Yeah, I do have a link. I will get it. I am gonna send you. I'm gonna send the SoundCloud. Where can I send it? Oh God. Oh God. Can I not fucking post it in here? Great, that's fucking cool. Give me a second. There you go. This is so fucking gay. Why can I not use goddamn fucking restream for this and just be able to actually do things right? Why the fuck do I have to? Fuck it. I'll figure it out. Whatever. Yeah, no. Yeah, five. It's the thing is if you like with Border Buds, any of these other series that I've done, any of these other videos that I've done, like it's all just in my mind. It's my concept, and if I can't describe my concept, it's not a very good concept, and that's really what AI is. We'll do it live. Yeah, man. Bill O'Reilly's never gonna live that one down. That is fucking uh, so good. Yeah. Okay. Brad. Brad, are you still here? Let's see if you're still here. For your sake, I hope you are. I'm just giving him a few more minutes to see if his ass is actually still here. Ooh. No. Oh, there he is. All right, Brad. Because you're still here. Because you're still here, you're going to get your fucking song. And once we're done making it, I'm going to send it to you. It's going to be posted in chat. So you're going to get it. But because you're still here, you're going to get your song that you requested. So we're going to make it right now. Okay. So how do I make music? Let's usually what I want to do, this is a bit more involved if I want to have lyrics. And a lot of this is just a really workshop thing. So the first thing I do before I have a track is I have an idea and a concept of what I want. You hope it's more it's shitty and gay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's going to be a thing. So when I make a song, I want to start with a concept of what I want to do. And it can be hard to explain how I just get that inspiration. Sometimes, like for example, the other day it was Berto was in chat. Yeah, he is not here today or tonight, and he wanted to have a song about 3 gay pirates that are playing poker with pretzels for a femboy. He thought that bluegrass techno, that it would sound like complete and total ass. He was very much wrong. But sometimes it'll be a song like this. I'm only going to play a little bit of it. So something like that is just, all right, someone mentioned it. Let's just do it. Right? It had nothing to do with it's just let's make a song. But if I'm otherwise, I'll just have an idea of where's the Nux song? I need to find the Nux one. The like Appalachian Mountain Dew. Like something like that, and the concept of Appalachian Mountain Dews mining ketamine, that came because I was thinking to myself, well, what's on the boxes? What is on the boxes that's in season 2? And okay, what does the K stand for? What does the F stand for? The C and the N. Now, we kind of already know what they stand for, but what else could they stand for? And so I also didn't want to relegate Nux to just being a uh, the Smeagol of the story, of needing to steal the N box, because it doesn't fit who he is. So instead, K stands for ketamine. The Appalachian Mountain Jews are mining ketamine, and that means that he is going to be the Gimli stand-in, and when they're in the Mines of Moria area, instead of mithril, it's ketamine. So it's like, okay, that's what we're going for. I thought that was funny. That's where the song came from. Came out of fucking nowhere, and that's what I did. It's one of those things where when you're making music, you just have to get inspiration and go for it when you have that inspiration. Volume is down when I play the songs. Yeah. I'm gonna I will turn them up. I figured they were a little low because I don't want to blow people's fucking ears out. So say so I can clip it. I mean, you can clip whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. Is Nux a troll? No. Let's give me a second. I think it was here. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. Is Nux a troll? Well, let me read out the opening of the original prompt. Now, note this does not include his changes that are happening, and I'm not gonna spoil how he changes, where he changes, and why. But I am gonna describe his old model and his old character. Nux is a lanky, blue-skinned human creature, hunched down like goblin with fashionable, puffy, and oversized red winter jacket with orange feathering at the collar. That is what Nux was in my series. Now, everything else where he's using his nose to unlock things and everything else is just, playing into the Jewish stereotype because it's funny. That's it. But no, he was not he was never a troll. A troll was I don't know. I thought that a troll would have been too much. I thought it was funnier with him as a little goblin creature. Just obsessed with Hassan. So that's why I did it. It had nothing to do with he I don't know. That's what I thought was funny. I all of the characters that I do, they're all caricatures of who they're based off of. And Tectone, by the way, never did ask me to change his character. I just thought it was funny that I put it in there. And people kept saying, why is he so fat? And I was like, well, fuck it. We're just going to make him just beyond ultra super ripped. Which is, it's funny, but that's all it is. It's funny. That's why I do it. It's a funny caricature. That's it. he brought some good character on it. Yeah. Nux is a blue Jew, but his admission he was a troll. He was just trying to prove a point, but I lose. Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I just write. Okay. When I before Brad, we are gonna make your fucking song, but real quick, whenever I make a character, the first thing that I do is I look at who they are, and I immediately just start writing the most stereotypical and immediate things that I notice and put a spin that I think is funny on all of the different appearances that I see. Right? So when I saw More Pegasus and I saw that he looked like an Indian dude, I'm like, cool, that's what we're going for. His profile picture's a mushroom. Cool, he's an Indian dude with a bunch of fucking Rolexes in a mushroom costume. Why not? And then I had had to have a little fucking unicorn horn on the mushroom. That's all it is. In Tectone, I don't know how he's gonna take this how he's gonna take this one. But when I first saw Tectone, I said to myself, man, you know what? That looks like a dude that have truck nuts. So that's why I had him with a truck nuts necklace. So, god damn it. This fucking phone, dude. I want to throw it at the wall, but I can't because it's my phone. I don't want to. I don't want to ruin it. Uh, yeah, that's as real as it can be, but fiction. Yeah. The other thing too is I also want to. What's wrong with the phone now? Oh, the camera fucking up. It's just Droid Cam restarting itself like every 45 minutes or so. Too many people call him Jellywig when his most fitting is Slugwig. Yeah, to me, Slugwig sounds funny, and I was like, well, let's just make him an actual fucking slug. Why not? He's as slimy as one. He's just a disgusting human that thinks he is in his frat boy days when those seem to be way past him, and he's just a piece of shit to his friends, like most people that are like him in Los Angeles. I've met plenty of people like him. There's lots of content people that I knew when I lived in that area, and I could say for sure that they're all pretty much the same, just shitbags. We're still trying to get him to wear that chain. I don't know where I could get the chain made for him, or just as a merch item. I really want to do that. The series is the funniest thing I've seen in years. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing too that I should mention. I've said it several times, but I do want to say I don't actually make. Could I deepfake them into the series? Yes. Why do I not deepfake anybody in the series? Well, there's three reasons. First reason, I want to own my content. And in owning my content, that means having original characters and everything that are based on something. I don't want to use somebody else's likeness like that. Also, without permission, because I don't want to get into legal problems. And I also don't want to create content that's going to get somebody in trouble and have somebody take something out of context or whatever the case may be, because we fucking know that happens quite a bit with the people that are featured in my series. So it's always going to be a parody. I'm just never going to deepfake people, even though I could. I just have no interest in doing so, and it'd be really easy to do because I could just take the video clips that I have and then use another tool to just superimpose their faces on there and just change it up. It'd be easy. So yeah, I just don't do it. Yeah. Has any of the villains made a response or commented on it? Nope, not at all. Deepfake equals lawsuit. Yes. Well, okay. I don't think that they would necessarily be litigious about it per se, but it opens the door for it, and I don't want that to ever be a door that's necessarily opened because I've every like I don't know how many times somebody has commented on one of the first three, actually any of the Menace Crew episodes, where it's like, man, I'm downvoting this because it doesn't look like Asmund. It doesn't look like him at all. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, yeah, I'm not trying to do that, and I've put that in the description a couple times to try and explain that away. But it's like, yeah, I'm not going to deepfake someone. I could, but I choose not to because it's legal reasons, and I just don't want to. I want to own my content. If I deep faked Asmongold or Tectone or any donut or anything like that into my series, they could reasonably claim it if they wanted to. And I don't know if they necessarily would. Like if I made them do something truly outrageous, maybe they would. But it's still I just don't want to leave it open. Yeah, it's better that way, less headaches. 100%. Have six different Eli's and three different fat electricians. Yeah, I don't know. Hey Hazard, you have a good one, dude. Have a good time with your kid. That's always important. Be here next time. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stream tomorrow, um, tomorrow morning, and also tomorrow night too. Because why not? fuck it. Hopefully, my internet can get fixed by then. It's funnier the way they are. I agree. I think it's funnier for them to be this way. The different Eli's and fat electricians or Asmans or whatever, it's because they have a lot more generic descriptions, but I also don't really have control over how it ultimately comes out. Yeah, no, I don't have any desire to open that. It's just it's a comment that I get a lot, and I just wanted to touch on it briefly. The argument is that there are people in likeness. No, well, no, they're not. Yeah, that's. Hmm. I mean, anybody can really sue over anything, right? Because there was Tom Cruise in South Park where he was in the closet, right, for the Scientology episode. Or there was Kanye in there when he uh, had to go fuck gay fish. Things like that. They still said that that was a close enough likeness and blah, blah, blah. They wanted to be little pussies and file a claim, right? That makes it funnier because now that means that Kanye is a gay fish, right? The same thing. If Pirate were to ever copyright strike Pirate Downey Jr., that means that he is admitting that he is in fact a Down syndrome midget furry fuck. So just think about that. I think that's hilarious. I think that's amazing. So there's also that aspect that's just great. But there's also no basis that they really have because they are caricatures. And too obscure for defamation. These are, yeah. You just need enough fallout. Eh, is what it is. I wish Evan would react to your vids, but he banned AI on his Reddit. I don't know. I don't really go. I remember posting some the first couple episodes on the Reddit. They got nowhere, so I don't really care. I don't really do anything with Reddit anyways. But spitting image. Okay, if they were a deep fake, it would 100% open the doors for legal stuff, right? Because it would have their actual face on it. But as the series currently stands, it does not, and it's just using names that are similar to people. That's it. He's right. If again if Jason wants to claim a video because he's in there as a gay furry midget, he can certainly do so. He's just saying that he's a gay furry midget. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think it's funny. Speaking of litigation, did I show my dad any of these? I showed him that I was doing it, but I didn't show him too much just because he is very much not aligned with my sense of humor. Very much not aligned. He's a very, very religious man. So yeah, he's not about it. I'm sure he figures I have this sense of humor, but he doesn't share it. I should send a claim since. Well, how do you know? I mean, he just has Brad in it, and he has a helmet. Never see his face. Uh. Yeah, when someone actually does a deep fake, 100%. Yep, that's also why Johnny Somali is getting fucked so hard, is because he shared deep fake porn, which is a huge no-no. But if you deep fake anyone in general, yeah, you're opening the door for anyone to fuck you super hard legally. have Asmongold taking Nux approval. I know I have Tectone and Nux to approve it because they both enjoy watching it. Same with Donut. But Asmon, he has not seen it. So I kind of hope he would. But at the end of the day, if he doesn't, I'm not bothered. Pegasus, I think, has seen it. I think Nux sent it to him. It's a no-no in South Korea context. Yeah, it's also in the United States. Don't quote me on this, but I think like if you make deepfake porn, I think it's considered revenge porn. Hey, Sun Eater, how's it going? Did I put Destiny in any of them? Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, Sun Eater, I'm doing okay. As you can see there from the bottom of the screen, that whole financial freedom DLC. I think that's into that would get me to a 0 instead of actually being positive. So I think that's about how I'm doing. But hey, you know what? I'm keeping it positive. I'm being real. Just having fun. So fuck it. He watched the first one. Who did? Who watched the first one? Think it'd be funny if Asmon finds a channel when you're on season 3? Yeah. And yeah, Pegasus is the he's the one that does that everybody has done all this shit. It's a lot. It's just not it's when did he watch it? I don't think he watched any of them. That's news to me. If you watch the first one, it's probably not the greatest representation of it. He did? When? That's surprising. I had no idea he watched the first one. The first one is not what admittedly, looking back at my content, the first 3 episodes are just collections of short shits that I just strung together. From 4 onwards, it started getting cohesive. Ages ago? Hmm. Maybe I'll have to go back and try and find a clip of that. But yeah, I had no idea. I didn't know that that even happened. I thought that he hadn't seen any of them. But the fourth, if I had to pick an episode for him to watch onward, it would have been episode 4. The first 3 were funny, but they weren't like cohesive. They were all just collections of one-off like little things. You found me on his streams. Oh, okay. I don't think there's a clip I've seen of him react. Yeah, I haven't seen a clip, but yeah. And then Tectone, yeah, Tectone did a lot. That was episode 4 is when Tectone found it. That's also when I started really branching out and developing the story. And yeah, I just because the first 3 were just Asmongold references to just things. That's kind of it. Yeah, and then Donut saw that. Yeah, Donut. I know Donut enjoys it. I know. I don't think he's posted the clip of him watching. Uh, I don't know if he's done Bacon Brother because I know he's seen all of them. Well, at least he's seen 6 when he appeared because he left a comment that I pinned, and I thought it was hilarious. So I know there was that. Then he saw 9, 10. He saw Border Buds. I don't think he's posted the clip of Border Buds. I think that one went a little too far for him, and I don't know if he posted the clip of him watching Bacon Brothers. But yeah. Uh, got I cannot spoil what I have in mind for Destiny. It's I'm fairly certain that you guys are gonna lose your shit and you're just gonna have a grand old time when you see that. What's the story arc with your character? Well, right now I'm trying to think through Border Buds and what I want to do for episode 2. And I think I need to finish the Menace Crew episode 3 before I can even answer that question. Because there is going to be crossover between them. I just need to figure out when that happens. So I'm still kind of working on it. It's going to be incredible. Yeah, it'll be. You like Hassan's dad? Yeah. Yeah. Didn't his dad fuck dogs or something like that? I thought he was into bestiality. Or is that just like a meme? Oh, God. Oh, that was his uncle. Oh, okay. Oh, no. What if I turn this fucking. Because if his uncle is into bestiality, what if I make his uncle a furry? Like an anthrofox or something like that? Just something just fucking vile and disgusting. This is cousin or uncle, yeah. Okay. Saying, horse? Yeah. Yeah, the Saint Uger, that fucking piece of shit. I don't like what he does. I don't like the Young Turks or anything like that. But the his crash out over losing the 2024 election, he actually had some valid criticisms and understood what the fuck was happening. So at least oh, chat reconnected. There we go. The whole angle. Oh, yeah, maybe. Weird lag. Are we back? You good? Fuck it. Are we good? No. Bad connection. We good? All right, hold on. Let's keep trying. We're good now. Okay, awesome. Never mind. Looks like it's dropping more fucking frames. This piece of shit fucking iPhone that I have right back over there. Oh shit! Sorry about that. Don't even know what kind of noise that made. Scratched the shit charging because it was dead. It was in the box still. So yeah, that's fucking great. It's sporadic. All right. Okay. So I see it's at 4. It's at green bars now. All right, can y'all fucking hear now? Are we good? Kind of. Did AI come up with my name? Nope. I talked about the name earlier today. God damn it, dude. Fucking piece of shit. Oh, whatever. I think that the phone is being gay. And right now, I think I'm going to call it before it gets way too bad. Brad, I apologize. We will get your song made. Right now, my internet does not want to do anything. So I apologize. You will get your song. I promise. Just not right now. I maybe what I can do about the internet. If I have to, like, if this is still fucked tomorrow, chances are very high. It lost audio. It's good now. Okay. God damn it. I know. I'm sorry, Brad. We will get there. The internet is just okay. If you guys can hear me, we're gonna be real quick. I don't know how long the internet's gonna last. Right now, it's really dumb. If I am able to stream, I will stream tomorrow. If I cannot, then it will have to wait until Monday evening. I do apologize for that. I know I just put out the schedule. It's scuffed. It's fucked. I hate it, but it is what it is. For right now, we're going to make do. What I will say, if you guys would like to support, you can buy merch off of themenacecrew.com. The tip link down below, you can do that. You can do super chats. You can be a member. You can do Patreon, anything you want to do. It's all good. The biggest way to help support anything is to share videos and just let other people know what's going on right now. I mean, sharing a laugh is the most important thing. I really, really do apologize that I have to cut it short. I do apologize. No, it is not a network engineer. I have to go off of a hotspot. Actually, Brad, maybe. Brad, are you at a place where you can actually talk? If you are, then what I'll do is I'll ask you some questions. Do I stream to Kick too? Yep, I do stream to Kick. Kick obviously gives me the best percentages. So for things there, I know Procon. I don't know if you're here still, but he gave some gifts and he subscribed. I greatly appreciate that. Every little bit helps. Right now, there is a giant hole I'm trying to dig out of, but you know what? That's not the goal. That's not the point. I'm just here to have fun and spend time doing something else other than worrying about my problems. So, outside of that, have a good one, guys, and I will see you in the next one. I will make a post on YouTube and X if I am not able to make it or it's not able to work for some reason. So, with that, have a good one, and I will see you guys later.